Yeah, Discord output too. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That's what you're gonna do to us?
It's been a while since we have played. It's been a month again. And
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy.
Penis.
Are we live?
We are live, yes.
Free Palestine.
Whoa!
Whoa, bye everyone. This was a great stream.
not the popularity that I or not the notoriety that I need. Whew. All right. Well, there you go, folks. There you heard it. All right. Jesus Christ. I got all flustered now. All right. So we'll go ahead and get a jump on it. It's been a while, but as you guys will remember, last session you had traveled over to Sky Tower Shelter. You were traveling there at the behest of Smith's tribe, the Worm Doom Crag, also known as the the Thunlockalaka tribe. Where are we at? I had those pictures here. There we go. So you were asked to go over there at the request of more your own, but Ogalai Orc Splitter, Thunlockalaka, the chieftain of Smith's tribe, in order to put an end to this rivalry and this battle that the two tribes have been having for a number of years, that in the previous session you guys learned stemmed from a conflict that occurred when the two tribes were playing a game of goat ball, and at some point something happened where one of the members of the Thunlockalaka tribe had gone to retrieve a ball, and one of the other tribe's griffins that they rode basically assumed that it was going to attack them and attacked this child. And then the Smith's tribe eventually went and killed one of the griffins, or the griffin riding tribe claims that they killed a bunch of them, but this is more or less where things have been for decades at this point. So with the everlasting Rime now still a major factor here in the Dale, and it causing turmoil for the tribes with the shrinking of resources in the area, this is this is something that is needing to be put an end to if they are going to survive against Arl at any point. Coral.
That kills people, Arl.
Coral, yeah. You froze the Dale, Arl. That kills people. Oh.
How have we played this campaign so long and never done that
Not
before?
make that joke. Oh my God.
I know, we're horrible people.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like I wanted to freeze everything because when you freeze it, you lock in its beauty.
I just
Arl, that
really like
kills
ice cream
people.
and wanted it to be cold.
Yeah, it's like I really like ice cream. God damn it, that's fucking beautiful.
What are we standing in? Some of God's tears. Strawberry milkshake.
Yeah.
The nice elderly couple from room 2B.
So good.
Yeah. So, you guys eventually got through to Ogalai, that you would go over and you would talk to the Sky Tower clan. You would talk to Arn Rockfist, who is the current chieftain, and try and put an end to this matter. When you got over there, you were able to gain an audience with the tribe because Makingo Akhenathi, also known as Growling Bear, was there, who was the Goliath you guys met all the way back at the Black Cabin. With his assistance, you were taken before Arn and heard out for the matter at hand. And through the discussions that had gone on, it was eventually discovered, it wasn't, God damn it. It wasn't Makingo. It was Quan. It was Quan the Monolith. My apologies. But
Goddamn, better be.
yeah, it was very quickly realized that it did not seem like either chieftain was willing to budge. The only thing that Arn wanted was he wanted Smith's chieftain's robe, their cloak, this white cloak that was very like indicative of them. He said that if they would bring him the cloak of Ogilai, he would be willing to see them and come to some kind of an agreement. But Smith, knowing that that would not be the case, they explored some other options, eventually realizing that there was an opportunity by healing Arn's mother-in-law, who was the previous chieftain, an older Goliath by the name of Kanaka Stormcrow Akhenathi. Using some of Ravenchuck's magical healing, you are able to cure her blindness. This was a powerful magic that this tribe had not been able to acquire over a number of years, but luckily with your powers and your ability, you are able to heal. You were able to heal her vision, and that was enough of a gesture to then argue for Arn to go and put his pride aside in the moment to go and speak with Ogilai to end the matter of these battles. And then there was a feast. And that was pretty much where we ended things off. You guys had the opportunity to eat and feast here with the Goliaths. Another night of celebration, as there was celebration the night before over at Smith's tribe. Also, Smith had an opportunity to prove his power and his strength by getting into a rock holding competition with one of the Goliaths in there.
Fucked him up.
He did win. He definitely did win. And it was also revealed that this tribe is known for riding griffins. As when you guys were starting to arrive to the mountain fortress, you were surrounded by griffins that were flying through the air, and had the opportunity to speak with the caretaker of the griffins, who goes by the name of Rahi Skydreamer. So that is pretty much where we're picking up, is that it is going to be the next morning. Oh, we also had a scene where it might have been the session before, but Jared also has a giant skeletal owl. So
yeah, I do.
Yeah. That was kind of, oh yeah, that's right. That was played up when you went through the tunnel. Yeah, that was back at Smith's tribe.
Yeah, because it was the argument of, instead of me just always using animate dead, since I got that now, it was just one-time use for this giant bird that I can just keep bringing back.
Yeah, you can summon a giant skeletal owl.
Yeah, I can.
All right, so
Yeah, buddy.
like I said, that is basically where we are going to be picking up. It is the next morning, and as you all have gotten a decent rest here at Sky Tower Shelter. As you are rousing the next morning, there's some chatter here in the cave.
So,
yeah, good.
Question. Am I still on level 2 exhaustion?
You'd be level 1 exhaustion.
Okay.
Yep, you lose. No.
Yeah, we're level 12 now.
No, you're not. You're level 9.
I hope you were going to say like
And?
level 10 or something.
I already looked at it earlier.
I clearly recall you saying that the party leveled up last time.
No. No, you didn't. You guys leveled up when you escaped the fortress. When you escaped the dwarven
we didn't.
fortress.
We were level 9 when we left the fortress. So
Bull
yeah, we
fucking
should be up
shit.
to 10, right?
Bull fucking
You
shit.
haven't leveled up in over a month.
Now that's true. Now that is very true, but that's because fucking schedules and shit get in the way of us playing.
I don't think actually.
Wait, what?
It's because most of us work retail
I don't think we
during the
leveled up in
Christmas
2
season.
months.
You haven't. You guys leveled up on session 44, which was 10-8. So it has
Why
been.
do you hate us?
I don't hate you, but it's been 4 sessions.
Nice. That was the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
God damn it. Now I'm all flustered. I'm getting all rosy cheeked. You're making me blush. Sorry, I'm also fidgeting over here. I got a new flashlight the other day, and it has a
Don't do that.
it has a panic button.
Wow. Now if any of our viewers have epilepsy,
I know,
you
like
can't
me. If they have epilepsy, they're down for the count. No, it has a police light so that when I'm driving down the road, I can do this.
Porygon, go.
And now he's banned from all Pokemon animations.
Yep. What was it?
And now he can't stream in Japan.
What was it? It was like Digital Warrior Porygon or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all he did was blow up a rocket.
Yeah, it was all the flashing. Okay, tangent. That
tangent.
Really?
The first 15 minutes of this episode.
So that blew up in the anime and it flashed, and apparently a bunch of kids had seizures. The video games did the same kind of flashing. It literally every battle. And I get that they have an epilepsy warning in the beginning of that. They have like a seizure warning.
But the kicker of it is they banned Porygon and all of Evolution lines from every episode of Pokemon from there on out, which makes no sense. And then on top of that, there was one episode of like a Tentacruel who got a scientist experimented on.
Oh yeah.
And was destroying essentially what looked like a city, which then banned Tentacruel from all episodes of Pokemon because of 9/11.
Who was literally
how does that make sense?
And that scene was literally in the opening. That scene is literally in the opening of the anime.
It's in the opening, but you can never see that episode.
Pokemon.
You're too young for this shit, bro.
Way too young.
Indigo League, baby.
I've seen Indigo League. I don't remember anything referencing 9/11.
But that's the thing. They took that episode out. There was an
you weren't even alive for 9/11.
There was an episode where they were experimenting, and it was a very large tentacruel, and the scene is that he like breaks out and he's destroying the town. But he's like knocking over towers, and it was around 9/11 that this episode was coming out.
They then banned Tentacruel from ever showing up in the series. And then I can understand the one scene of like, oh hey,
Ash gets a gun pulled on him. Yeah.
A shotgun is pointing directly at Ash's face, so they just scratch that all together. You never hear about the Pokemon Safari.
They have
in the anime.
Yet fucking 4 kids had all these episodes of One Piece where they had like cork guns in place, and they could have just done that. They could have just replaced it with a cork gun.
Don't forget, Sanji didn't smoke.
Yeah, it was a lollipop.
And all of the blood was replaced with just random bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but speaking of One Piece, I meant to send this to the group chat. Jared, Did you see they're remaking the anime?
Yeah, by Wit Studios.
Yeah.
Netflix is remaking the anime because of how old it is.
Jesus.
It's fucking wild. It's not even over yet.
I watched the trailer of it, and I'm like, by the time they even make it to Thriller Bark, maybe we'll be close to the end.
I just love this idea of them sitting down. It's like, hey, look, we really need to redo this. These old animations are just aged. And they're like, but we're not done with it. It's like, we have time.
Like the thing is, there's already a handful of OVAs that do the same thing.
Yeah, and that's what I thought.
And it's the funniest shit ever because, yeah, they're remaking a lot of the old 90s anime. Like, they remade Digimon and all that stuff. And they're just sitting there staring at One Piece going, this is technically an old 90s anime. And they're like, but it's still going. Like, yeah, but...
Yeah. Oh man,
wild.
Yeah, no, the only other Pokemon thing that I was even going to mention is not even the anime, but it's the playing cards, and it's you cannot get a Kadabra card anymore.
You can now.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah,
because
very recently that has changed.
Yeah, because I know that they banned it. They took it out of circulation because Uri Geller, the Spoonbender, was like, "Well, Kazam is clearly based on me," and they're like, "Sir, it is like a fox, Middle Eastern Spoonbender. Like this is a thing, and its name's Abracadabra Alakazam. It's like it's not based on you." And he's like, "I'll sue you." So they had. I know that they had Abra like do a special evolution to Alakazam in the card game.
There's also still 2 cards that are altered, or 1 card is altered, 1 card you just can't
Is it the
get
Misty
in the
card?
States. The Misty card you can't get in the States because she's basically naked holding onto a Staryu, or what looks like she's naked.
Yep.
Then the other card...
Googling quickly. Misty Staryu card.
And then the other card was altered only because before World War II, the swastika didn't mean Nazis.
Yeah. Yep.
And they had to alter that because I think it was
That's a stupid reason to, or not the swastika thing, the Misty card. That's not even.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, but no, there's nothing there. But it's because of the presumption of you can't physically see her clothes. Because you can't physically see her clothes, she's naked. That's not good for kids.
Yeah, and they eventually changed it when they brought it to America, because like the new one is like it's her crying and Squirtle like grabbing the tears.
Yeah, it's weird.
So dumb. All right, well.
The premise of it is localization is weird, especially when Brock says, "Here's a jelly donut," and it's a fucking rice ball.
Okay. As a child, I didn't understand localization. I didn't get the concept of it. When they would bring jelly donuts with the rice balls on there, I would see that and I'm like, that's not what a jelly donut looks like. Like, is that what jelly donuts? And I was like, I had convinced myself as a child, oh, that's what jelly donuts look like in Japan. Like,
same.
This is what it looks like in Japan. And that pisses me off as an adult, because you can just say, oh, these are rice cakes. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to attribute that to Japan, not rice cake looking jelly donuts.
There is 3 whole episodes that Little Karibo did of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge with banded teeth and localization.
Yeah.
He's not even American, he's Canadian.
Oh, God. God damn, the old fucking 4Kids localization days.
Last off-topic thing I want to say, fuck the Embracer Group.
The Embracer Group?
Yeah, they're the ones that bought up like 1 billion studios during the pandemic.
Oh.
And now they're like cutting them all and laying people
off.
off.
They just laid off another like 1,100.
What the fuck?
Yep.
They're the ones they bought up Volition, and they're the ones behind the Saints Row reboot.
I didn't know that.
Basically Europe's EA.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
Gearbox,
Because of the
Saber,
Saints
Crystal Dynamics. They have
Yeah.
THQ
Yeah.
Nordic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
They
thing.
revived
They bought
THQ.
Oh
they
my
bought all of these
God.
companies, and they're just kind of partially running them into the ground because all THQ Nordic has been doing is rebooting their old THQ games, which I'm fine with. Battle for Bikini Bottom was great, but
They
like,
own Dark Horse Comics and Square Enix Montreal.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
they
kicker for me
killed
is
Saints Row.
that they reformed Free Radical, who made Time Splitters,
Mhm.
and they announced they were making a new Time Splitters. And this was 2 years ago, and the joy in my heart was palpable. And
They shut it
just
down,
shut
didn't
them
they?
down just last
Yeah.
week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
because
go to the website now, they updated it. It says 404 company not found.
Oh
Sad
my
face.
God. That's
Yeah,
fucking
'cause,
awful.
we're never gonna get another Saints Row game because they shut down that company that made all of Saints Row too.
Yeah, Volition's
To where-
gone.
To where they have, I think they have licensing for the Saints Row's games for about another 2 years, and then they said it's pretty much, if you don't own it, you're never gonna be able to get it again for any of the Saints Rows.
See, I remember, cause what it was, THQ Nordic was, what owned Deep Silver. And I remember whenever Deep Silver got
Embracer.
I remember when Deep Silver got shut down because they did Red Faction, and they also
That's Volition, yeah.
yeah, and they also did Dead Island.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that was them too. Dead Island 2. They
Yep.
got that out. Those two
Yep.
did not meet their sales expectations. And then they failed to get, like, I think it was 2 billion from Saudi oil money. And and that was kind of like, that was it. Gearbox is the only profitable part of that company right now, and they're trying to sell it just so they can get something to
Get something
stay
out of
afloat.
it. God damn it.
Which is wild to me because of them trying to sell Gearbox. They've already said it's gonna fuck up any form of the newer Borderlands games just because it's 2K, but it's also Gearbox.
Yeah.
But they did announce that they are working on Borderlands 4, but we're probably going to get Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 before Borderlands 4.
Well, wait, didn't Risk wasn't Gearbox the new Risk of Rain game? Don't they
It
have?
might have been.
I swear to
They
God,
might have published it. Let me look. I got Steam open right here.
I think so. I think they might have published it.
Gearbox Publishing. Yep.
Okay. Because I remember
That's the thing. I think Gearbox is at some point going to just spin off and be its own thing again.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, you know what?
be surprised.
Session's canceled. We're just gonna sit here and bitch
that's
about
to say, we
everything 'cause
gotta
it's
get
on
back to
6:30.
we gotta get back to D&D. We've been live for a half hour and we haven't even gotten out of the recap.
Did you change that
Welcome.
from Dungeons and Dragons to just chatting?
Yeah, just chatting,
Welcome from all the way
Bulletstorm
to
is
Gen X
$3.99.
all the way down to Gen Z as we bitch about everything.
Wait, Bulletstorm's how much? $3.99?
$3.99.
That's actually a really good deal.
I'm buying that.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's what's that one game that we were gonna play? The finals.
I played a
except
few
you and
rounds of
I-
that. It's not
I
bad.
did, yeah.
Lucas and I too played a few rounds. Realized it's bad for our blood pressure and uninstalled it.
Yep. Wait, what was that game you were
Oh,
just
you did
talking about, Justin?
Bulletstorm.
Bullets. I couldn't remember. My mind was
Yeah,
blanking.
that's you may better know it as the Gears of War 3 beta with Bulletstorm. added.
Yeah. Where I loved Bulletstorm.
and
Oh,
mature.
shut the fuck up! Don't even play that trailer.
Right. We also need to start streaming Lego Fortnite or the Fortnite racing game.
Hey, Smith, have you been playing the Lego Fortnite game?
I played a
Good
little bit
talk.
of it.
Is it basically just Fortnite but with Legos, or is there something more to it?
It's a survival game, isn't it?
It's
Basically, yeah.
Minecraft, but Fortnite. Yeah, there's like monsters and shit and all of that.
How do you even play? Oh wait, it's on it's on Epic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it. How much is it? Stop playing trailers.
It's free.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
same with the
it's free.
Fortnite racing. It's free.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Racing's not that great.
it's Minecraft, but it's just in Fortnite with Legos. That's literally it.
I'm not gonna lie.
What did you just say, Smith?
The racing's not that great.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that they had Fortnite racing, I was like, whoa. I was like, shit, Smith's gonna lose his mind over this, because I thought it was like all Rocket League style.
Just download Disney Speedstorm. Same
Yeah, that's not
concept,
bad.
but with Disney characters.
Wait, is it just a racing game, or is it like a battle game still?
Speedstorm
Racing.
is racing. Yeah.
Yeah, Disney Speedstorm's just Mario Kart with Disney characters. Oh,
Also, if you
sorry,
meant
Disney
Fortnite.
and
I meant the
Pixar.
Fortnite racing game.
It's racing, yes.
Huh. I want to play Lego Fortnite. That looks actually decent.
There's also they also did Fortnite Festival, which is like Guitar Hero.
Oh,
They did, didn't they?
okay.
They're actually working on bringing proper instrument controller support to that.
Nice. Well, maybe after D&D we can play some Lego Fortnite.
I
Free
don't know how
Palestine.
well my hotspot will manage
That's
that.
true. We weren't
Fuck
able to
your
play.
hotspot.
We weren't able to play Goat Simulator.
Okay, that
Oh,
wasn't my hotspot. That was
Simulator?
just because of whatever
Oh.
the fuck.
Oh,
was
that
going
wasn't
on
your
with the
hotspot?
net
I
deck.
thought that was because of your
No.
hotspot.
No,
I'll stimulate your goats.
that was just Goat Simulator saying that my NAT type was incompatible for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, that was dumb. Jesus, Justin and I
Like-
found Jesus that night.
We did.
because Justin and I did our Santa playthrough of Baldur's Gate last night on my hotspot, and it didn't run
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
By the
Didn't
way,
run
the druids
great.
are on the naughty list.
Oh god.
I explained to them how you quickly retract the statements in the middle of stream.
We're gonna retract shit on this channel.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's get this show on the road. I have.
Man, I almost just said something that I would have felt terrible about. So I'm gonna send that to the group chat.
Yeah. So the next morning, as you guys wake up, and you are starting to get yourselves together, you are all approached by the leader of the Sky Tower Shelter group. You're approached by Arn, who says, Jesus Christ.
Sunday.
You were approached by Arn, who says, well, as I said, I agreed to meet your chieftain. He kind of looking at you, Smith. He says, I agreed to meet your chieftain on your terms after helping my... oh, there he is.
Fucking tear it.
After helping Kanaka. As a gesture of my own right, I have spoken with gotta find it. Here it is. I've spoken with Rahi, and he is willing to join us on our trip over there on the backs of griffins, if you and your companions are favorable to riding.
I want to ride a griffin.
It's not the only thing I want to ride.
Wait a minute.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Kind of just look at everybody else.
I'm fine with riding a griffin.
Well,
So, did Aaron get a baby griffin or no?
No.
Okay.
it would take many, many, many years.
Yeah,
for
it
me
would take
to,
about 3 years. It would take a year for him just to hatch it, and even to make the first animal handling check for it to like come out and either bond to him or hate him.
which I probably might see if Kyra will do it.
Yep.
Just kind of stay with them, learn about it, and then once she's able to
Hey,
then
Kyra,
crazy
you're
right
a
now?
bird. These griffins are half bird.
Yeah.
Lay on the egg.
Yes.
Ain't she like kind of partly somewhat crazy?
She's a little messed up in the head thanks to that psi crystal.
Yeah.
we don't talk about that. Come on,
Yep.
man.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm a doctor. I talk about this stuff.
No, that's understandable.
HIPAA laws. You can't be talking about that to anybody.
You're
There's no such
releasing
thing at this
patient
time of day.
information? You're done, buddy. Give me your license.
All
Where
right.
did you go to medical school? Medical what?
Huh?
What's medical school?
What's medical school? I just started patching people up.
All right. So, with that, you guys, I'm not going to move the map here just because I doesn't really make much of a difference. So, with that, you guys are taken just outside of the cave here, up on the mountain, and are taken up to a slightly higher perch. There's a bit of a flat spot, and on this flat spot of the mountain, there are 7 griffins that are up there in waiting.
For marriage? To be ridden? Like, waiting for what?
To be ridden. That they are your transport
Be
over.
owned?
Huh?
Like to be owned, like we can claim them, or
That you would have to ask. I am simply presenting you the scene. But as you head up, and Arn is leading you up there, you see the other Goliath, Rahi Sky Dreamer, who is the one who oversees the griffins, and is the caretaker for them. You see that he is up there preparing them and getting them ready for flight.
I wanna talk to the griffins and see which one is willing to haul me and my hundreds of animals.
Sure, make an animal handling check.
Hey, I have advantage on those.
You do.
is
Fuck
the map
you.
up?
Yeah, there
So
is
I'm
a
getting
map.
black screen.
Oh, okay, you shouldn't.
That is a 23, but hold on, I gotta add my modifier to as well, which is +4, it's 27. So
You should be able to see it now.
all right,
Yes.
I with my proficiency modifier, I got a 27 because of
Big
all of
cat.
my bullshit animal handling bonuses.
You rolled a 16 plus 7, so it's a 23.
But I also get the additional one with my. Let's see here. I know it's somewhere on here because we always forget about it. and
No,
this is the
yeah.
first time I'm
You're talking about your
remembering
wild intuition, which is that you roll an intuition die, which is a
it.
D4.
Yeah. All right, so
25.
25
Okay.
because speak
Um,
with animals is always present.
So what specifically are you asking?
I'm just asking if which griffin has less of an issue of hauling me, Neoguri, and Marcus on its back, because Albot and Lechuza can easily keep up, as they both kind of fly.
So as you ask this, you see that the griffins they kind of look at you, and one of them sort of perks up and says, I am the strongest and I would be able to take on a higher capacity, but I am reserved for my true rider. And he kind of gestures to Rahi.
Oh. Damn. I guess I'll go for the second best griffin that is willing to take him and his animal companions, because he just wants to be friends with it.
Yeah, you see another one steps forward and he says, well, I can take upon the burden that you seek. I am not as strong as And he gestures to the one you were speaking to. He says, but I can withstand a strong weight.
Perfect. And it's not all about strength. You think I'm strong? I rely on most of my friends. And he just gestures to all of the animals in the group and everything else.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I got my griffin.
Now shoot his griffin.
Oh no!
No, not really.
This is what started the mess to begin with, was a griffin killing.
All right, I gotta put that in a shortcut. Okay, so the rest of you, as you are walking up, Rahi can see that Gerard has a natural inclination to the griffins. He can actually see that he's communicating with them, and you see he nods in approval, and gives like a knowing gesture to him, as he turns to the rest of you and says, now, unto all of you. How comfortable are all of you riding in the sky?
A baby's got to do what a baby's got to do.
This does not instill confidence in me.
I can do what needs to be done.
I am a mountain dwarf. I don't mind being high up, but I like the ground on my feet. I assume they have seatbelts.
The hell's a seatbelt?
So as you look at them, they do have these almost like it kind of looks like a leather strap going across its chest. There's a bit of a pad, but there does not appear to be much that is holding you onto the griffin. More that it is a seat and a handle to hold on to.
Hey, Lucas, quick question. What's the fly speed of griffins?
The fly speed of a griffin is 80 feet. 80 feet. Yep.
Okay.
Your skeletal owl is 60 feet.
It's 60 feet. That's what I was going to say. I mean, obviously, I'll just have him attempt to fly alongside us or whatever, but I was going to argue to lessen the load a little bit of just having Marcus and maybe Owlbot cling to the skeletal owl.
Sure, that's fine. You can definitely do that.
I just figured Marcus can just use his tail to keep him holding on, and Owlbot can just kind of nestle somewhere inside of the rib cage of the owl.
Sure thing. So yeah, like I said, there's it's the mounting harnesses on here are fairly rudimentary. But you see that it is kind of the equivalent of like what you would see maybe on a horse, where there's it's not like a full saddle, but there is a spot for you to sit, and there is a strap for which you can grab onto to hold on.
All right.
So Rahi looks at all of you and says, all right, well, we must be getting a move on, as I have been discerning the weather, and I feel that a storm will be moving in soon. As I said, I hope that you are all capable of riding these beautiful and majestic creatures. I forewarn you that we will be riding at a height that falling off will likely lead to your imminent doom. So hold on. Now, you may take your pick, as you see that he has kind of the reins on one, and Arn goes up to another one that has kind of distinctive patterns. And as you all move up, I need you all to make animal handling checks.
Do I need to make another one?
No, you're good. You're good.
I found my griffin.
Yeah, unlike the axe beaks, the griffins don't necessarily have like differentiating abilities and powers or anything like that. So we'll just see how well you guys do at kind of getting to know them. Need one from Tarot.
Tarot ain't got a clue what the fuck's going on.
I'm sorry, what?
I need an animal handling check.
Oh. Mom brought me a sandwich.
Oh man, what is it?
Where's my sandwich, Mom?
Yeah.
Chicken sandwich with Arby's sauce on it.
Wait, is it like sliced chicken, or is it like chicken breast, or is it like chicken salad?
Pulled apart. Like a chicken breast pulled apart, made into like a sandwich with
Shredded
Arby's
chicken.
sauce on it.
Shredded chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I respect that. Much more of a chicken salad kind of guy.
I bet you are.
be.
All right. So
I've always thought that about you, Lucas.
what's that?
Chicken salad guy.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So Neogiri is
Damn.
on the back of the skeletal owl with Marcus.
I figured Neogiri's with me
Oh, okay.
just because he's always with me.
True,
and
true,
then
true.
It's Marcus and Albot with.
Oh, okay.
The
Albot
giant skeletal
flying alongside. Okay. You got a
He
giant
has
skeletal.
30, so either.
You have a giant skeletal owl and a small mechanical owl.
Listen, in Baldur's Gate, I have a dire raven and a regular raven. What's your fucking point?
Yeah, I ain't saying it's bad. I just think it's really funny. Also, the fact that you have a cat that's riding on the back of a giant skeletal owl. All right, so as you approach these majestic creatures, just as a reminder of what you are looking at, they are they have the back hind legs of a lion, but with the wings, the head, and front feet of an eagle. They are.
I just checked. They're considered monstrosities, so I can't summon them.
Correct. They are considered monstrosities. They are also large. I'm gonna send you guys.
Large doesn't mean it. I can summon polar bears.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you reference for size. But I'm gonna give you guys the stat blocks here. I'm gonna send it over in the Discord. So there you go. The main things that you guys need, because I will be keeping track of hit points. But the main thing you guys need to keep in mind is that here are the attacks, because mounted combat works in a very specific way. So, and just for referencing, when you are mounted, when you are on the back of a creature in combat, you can either control it or allow it to act independently. Intelligent creatures such as dragons will always act independently, but these you guys can obviously control. The initiative of a mount matches the rider, and it moves as you direct it, and it can only take 3 actions: dash, disengage, and dodge. A controlled mount can move and act on the turn that you mount it, which obviously you guys will be mounting it well beforehand. So when you are in combat on these creatures, it has its own initiative that matches yours, and you can command it to move, and you can have it dash to move double its speed, disengage to not take opportunity attacks, or dodge to impose disadvantage on attacks against it. So there we go. Just wanted to give you guys that information. Oh yeah, also, where is it here? If an effect moves your mount against its will while you are on it, so if you guys are pushed, you must succeed a DC 10 dex save or fall off of the mount, landing within 5 feet of it, which, again, it's kind of why I brought up how high you guys are going to be flying. So, and if your creature is knocked, if the griffin is somehow knocked prone, you can use your reaction to dismount it. Otherwise, you fall with it. So, but yeah, with those animal handling checks, Wu and Groff, the two of you go up to a pair of them, and they respond well to your presence. They don't seem averse to your interactions, and you are able to make a quick connection to be able to ride them. But Ravenchuck and Smith, there's a bit of a hesitancy from these griffins for you. Smith, you kind of get a bit of an inkling that this creature might recognize that while you are a Goliath, that you might not be from its tribe. And it kind of has like a hesitancy to want to interact with you. So what would you like to do in response to that?
Oh, is there any food I can give it? Like,
do you have any food in your inventory?
We'll help him out with food.
All right. All right, yeah, Wu can hand you some food.
Hopefully it takes jerky.
It is jerky. Okay, yeah. If you want to attempt to, if you want to reattempt this and approach the griffin again, offering some jerky, some of the crag cat meat that was made into jerky, you will be able to re-roll that with advantage. So, as you get your hand close to this thing, it kind of smells the jerky. But then it sniffs you, and you see it kind of pulls back, its eyes pinning down to a tiny point, and it kind of throws itself up in the air, its talons rising in front of you and its wings flapping as it caws in a display of like telling you to get away. Rahi moves over very quickly and calms it. He says, no, please, relax. It's okay. And he looks at you, Smith, And he says, "What happened?"
I was just trying to give him some jerky. And he seemed frightened and hesitant. Any suggestions on getting him to set me as his rider?
I can try something. He said he kind of looks at you and he says, "You are from the other tribe, correct?"
Yes.
Well, then it is probably the fact that you may smell of your home. So he goes, he kind of excuses himself for a moment, and he goes back down into the actual cave itself. A moment he comes back later, and he has a set of clothes now, more just garments meant to be draped. And he hands them to you. They are basically just a cloak. And he says, "Put these on. These are the traditional robes of the Akhenathi tribe. They will allow it to think that you are part of our tribe."
Thank you. And I'll put him on.
Okay. As you put them on and you attempt to interact again with this griffin, you see that it sniffs you. There's a hesitancy. And go ahead and make that animal handling check again with advantage.
The 20.
Yeah, this time it kind of sniffs the clothing. You see its eyes go from this very alert, pinned state to this very wide-eyed recognition, as it kind of like takes a breath of these cloths that you are now wearing, this cloak. And Rahi pats you on the shoulder and he says, "I figured that would do it. These are the riding garments of his favorite rider. So we will get these back to Veroth when we are returning." So as this was going on as well, Ravenchuck, you approach your griffin as you are seeing the others, Urard having just a natural inclination to interacting with them, Groff and Wu not really having any issue, the Griffins kind of accepting them very easily. Oh wait, did I not have I need a roll from Slagru. I never got an animal handling check from Slagru.
Fucking slacker.
Who's Slagger? Justin?
No, Glenn.
Glenn?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know I was there yet.
Oh, yeah, you're there. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Is he?
What?
Oh, wait. Fuck, you're all the way back at the cave.
Oh, no. We killed Slagru and didn't
Yeah, I
even
don't
know
think
it.
you ever brought me with the group.
Fuck. I actually forgot
I was
about
like-
that. I actually forgot about
See you
that.
guys.
No. You know what?
Have fun, Slagru. We'll see you back at the other camp.
So
Have
Glenn
fun
and Lucas are
killing the
having a one
dragon.
shot tomorrow
Maybe.
at work.
Fuck. No. I have an idea. And I have a plan. I have an idea, and I have a great plan.
You hear that creaking? That's the gears.
That is the gears moving
I
in
see
my
smoke,
head.
too.
Yep.
See
Really?
some smoke
Shit.
coming out too.
Is that, I was
Shit.
gonna say, is that the same reason for the smoke?
I
Okay.
have a plan. Shit.
That seems like a great plan so far.
And then
Don't worry,
Slag reviews
guys. I have a
stuff.
plan. He logs off for the night.
Stream just ends.
Stream ends. Clocks off.
So what should we talk about for the next hour?
Okay.
Well, let's see. We've bitched about Pokemon. We've bitched about localization. We bitched about monopolies.
Oh,
Oh,
you
what's
wanna play
next?
Monopoly?
Baldur's Gate.
Play Monopoly.
Fuck. I completely it has been so long, and I completely forgot that Slagru was still back at the other tribe's cave. Give me like 2 seconds. Give me like 2 seconds to think.
2.
1 Mississippi.
As
2
very
Mississippi.
very long seconds.
All right. Since we were already bitching about games, let's talk about microtransactions now,
Oh god.
and how GTA 6 wants to implement that bullshit thing of they want to charge you based on how long you play.
Let's talk about NFTs, okay?
Oh no! All right, I'm out.
Let's not, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Where the new CEO of Rockstar made a comment of how about instead of charging people a flat rate, he wants to charge people based on how long you play GTA 6. Kind of like a subscription fee, like World of Warcraft, that sort of stuff, where you pay monthly.
Isn't
That's
this?
stupid.
Oh no. Wait a minute. Isn't this the same guy that CEO
Ain't
from EA? Or is
The
it's
CEO of EA who got kicked out.
I think you're thinking of Unity.
isn't D&D
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah.
same thing?
Oh yeah,
Changing
Unity.
all their new
He was
books.
on Unity.
Got kicked out and is now part of Rockstar and wants to charge people a monthly subscription just to play the base game of GTA 6.
I do not believe it's the same guy.
It's not the same guy?
Wait, you mean Chris
Pretty
Cox?
sure it's no John Riccatello.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was the guy. He was the guy with Unity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not at Rockstar. I'm fairly
Not
certain.
yet.
But yeah, the CEO of Rockstar, or not the CEO, but Rockstar itself went ahead and said about wanting to do a monthly subscription for the base game of GTA 6 instead of just charging a flat rate for it all.
I'm back.
Freaking idiot. Idiot from Unity, the guy who wanted to charge everybody every time they loaded their gun on it.
Yeah. Hey, what's that? You're loading this game? Guess what? We're charging the company. Fuck you.
You don't charge for how large your the magazine is. $5 for a 5-shot. Oh, you got reversed.
Can you imagine every time you reload, your bank account gets hit with a 10-cent transaction?
Jesus. You know how many people would stop playing that game just because they're broke?
That's the equivalent of like Battlefield of, hey, we have a medic, except every time you get revived, we're charging you for it.
Christ.
Oh my god. All right, what else should we talk about? Because these 2 seconds means 2
Yeah.
hours.
Penis?
Playing Majora's Mask 3D right now.
Nice. How's that going? Randomized or not randomized?
Not randomized. I might boot up a. Has anybody else played Ocarina enough that they would want to like co-op a randomizer with me sometime?
I've never been
No.
huge into it, so.
Failures, all of you.
How ask the
I've never
wife.
played a single Link game in my entire life.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
for
you're
fuck's
kicked out
sake.
of the Discord and the stream now. You're done.
I think your life is forfeit for that one.
Go find a new D&D group. This ain't for you.
I would say a few things that violate the Twitch service, so I'm not going to do that.
Only a few things.
Yeah.
Glad I'm sending you a message.
Quality content here.
I'm looking at it.
God damn it, Lucas.
I know.
We're professionals, everyone.
I'll stream
He
Mario
gets
Kart
paid.
while we wait.
I was gonna say Lucas gets paid for this fucking shit, and all he has to do is just sit here and stare at a screen, dumbfounded. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
how much money do you make a month on this?
So little.
He's the reason they
Just
banned the
stare at the
artistic
screen for 5
nudity.
more hours.
Ooh.
Content.
37 cents.
It's Lucas's fault that we don't get artistic nudity anymore.
Really though.
He said it has to be artistic. You can't just sit in front of a camera naked. Yet here he is.
Lucas thought they said autistic nudity.
Oh, that's good.
That's what she said.
Oh, well, good night, everybody.
I know, right?
Good sesh.
Alright, so let's talk about Israel right now.
You know
Let's not, because I'm tired
That's
of
a
fucking
perfect
hearing
plan.
that shit.
Did they I keep seeing headlines. Did they shoot like their own people like on accident?
No. Or
Or did they shoot
okay,
hostages they took?
they essentially shot hostages that they took.
Okay, because the way that the headlines were worded, I took it to mean that they shot like hostages that were Israeli. Like, well, that seems really
Yeah.
stupid.
I mean, it can't be any worse than the councilman of Ukraine who was so pissed off during the meeting that he was getting overlooked, so he just pulled the pin on 3 grenades and dropped them in the middle of the room.
Ooh.
When was that?
That happened on Friday. There was like a YouTube video of it and everything. Guy literally was getting ignored. He opened the door and people were still ignoring him. And then he pulled out grenades out of his pockets with the pins out and he just started screaming something that wasn't in English and he just essentially dropped all 3 grenades and the video feed ended with the explosion.
Huh.
Yeah, Google it real fast. Just Google councilman, Ukraine councilman with grenades.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're back to where I actually had a phone call in the middle of that. My one of the other managers at my store is calling, because apparently somebody's trying to call and represent themselves as Walgreens corporate, claiming that they need serial numbers on our kiosks and stuff because we're getting upgrades and whatnot. And it's like,
hey, we've had those phone calls
Okay.
at Dollar Tree recently.
yeah, they fucking happen all the time.
Is the season.
So, Justin, did you Google that? Like I said.
No, I'm playing Zelda. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
so
Lucas, did you hear about that, or were you on the phone?
I was on the phone.
2 days ago, Friday, a Ukraine councilman got so pissed off and angered about being ignored during the council meeting that he literally just pulled the pin on 3 grenades and blew up the council. 26 people were wounded and 6 were in critical condition.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, that's a real thing. I'm not even joking. Go on Google and just type in Ukraine councilman grenades, and it's like the primary story, because there's a video of it happening, and the video feed just ends after the explosion. Because he was trying to voice something about how the people need supplies, or like the refugees or something like that need supplies, and he kept getting overlooked, and he just got so pissed off he pulled the pin on grenades.
Holy shit!
What?
Yeah.
That's
Welcome back.
fucking crazy.
It's fucking insane that this is what everything is coming to.
Yeah, Jesus H. Okay. All right. So, Tarot, as you approach, this griffin, you know, like I said, you watched Gerard interacting with his Wu and Groff not really having much issue either. You watch the interaction between Smith and his, and the subsequent aid that Rahi was able to give him. And as you are approaching one of the griffins, you realize just how big this thing is compared to you. As you are a gnome, you are a small creature, and Beef Chuck, who is a medium-sized creature, is big enough for you to ride. This thing towers over you. And as you approach, it kind of looks down at you with a little bit of disdain.
Hey Wu, can you help me? Or your Gerard?
Yeah, I can. Erard will
I think
attempt
it wants to eat me.
Erard will talk to the griffin and try to help poor little I want to say Tarot, but that's not your character's name at all.
Poor little Tarot. Poor little Tarot. Okay, so what do you say to him?
I'm just gonna be like, well, what's wrong? Is it just you're not used to creatures that small riding you, or are you expecting like bigger, or
Hey, midget, I dare you.
It looks down at it looks down at him, and it says, "It is quite small. It is more suited for a meal than it is one to ride me."
I get that, but think about it this way. Technically, you're not just carrying him, you'll be carrying his companion as well, as he gestures to what he presumes is the very heavy metallic snake.
Yeah.
So, like, you would be able to show off your strength with the snake. It's not like you're getting the weakest of the group or anything like that. You're literally, you would be showing off your strength carrying him and this giant metallic snake creature.
Jared, roll an animal handling check. You have advantage.
I always have advantage. What do you mean?
You don't always have advantage.
That's 25 plus 4, 29.
It's looks at you, and it looks down at Ravenchuck, and that looks over at Beefchuck, and it's kind of like walks around and almost encircles him. And as this happens,
Erard will tell Ravenchuck it's okay. He's not going to eat him. He thinks.
I feel like I'm being encircled by a shark.
Yeah, and as you are like being encircled by this thing, eventually it looks over at Gerard, and Ravenchuck. You only hear this like noise, but it says, "That is true. The snake creature appears to be quite a formidable creature, and I will be proving my strength to the leader."
Exactly. You'll be proving your strength and so forth. And since the metallic creature was made by him, he kind of has to ride along too, because he's the one that invented him. So create him, gave him life, and so forth. So you'll be proving that you can definitely carry a lot with them both on your back.
Mm-hmm. And with that, he leans over and allows you to take mount, Ravenchuck.
Gerard gives 2 thumbs up and walks back to his griffin. Because Gerard is also just a young boy who's still not super small, but definitely not the height of a griffin.
I'm still too short to get on it.
I assume you climb onto Beefchuck and then just climb up from there.
I might have to. What I do?
All right.
Ravenchuck asks Boo for help, he will help. But
Okay. Yeah, the griffin lowers its head far enough. Okay. So you all eventually take mount upon these griffins. Arn and Rahi look back to all of you as they tell you to hold tight. As the journey to Wormdoom Crag will be a short few hours, but it will be a cold ride.
cold ride of those who can't deal with the cold.
That's true. So you all gather up onto your griffins and you watch as Rahi takes off first. You see him mounted on the back of his griffin. He has on very kind of like flowing garbs, but his garbs kind of match the attire or the style of a griffin, where his greaves, his gauntlets almost look like eagle talons, and his outfit kind of has resembling his legs, his greaves resemble that of lion's legs. And he takes off with Arn following right behind on the back of his griffin, and the rest of your griffins take off following in suit directly behind. Almost without even your intervention, they understand that it is time for them to take flight. So, as you are taking into the sky, you are flying majestically through the evening, and eventually you kind of, at first, there's a moment where, you know, you're kind of getting used to this. It's not like riding on a horse where you're kind of like in a motion because of the horse hooves hitting the earth. This is more of getting into a motion of not impeding the griffin's wings, but also getting into their movement as they flap their wings. And as this is happening, and you move through the night sky, which you guys should all be able to see everything. Let me know, because for some reason on my side, it's messing up the line of sight.
I don't see anything.
It hasn't updated for you yet?
No, I never launched
see
it.
Facebook.
I hate you all.
See a night sky.
Thank you, Tarot.
I see the stars in the sky and everything.
All right,
Honestly,
cool.
I see.
Yeah, there it
random
is.
People
Cool.
on Eagles.
Okay. So, as you are flying through the air.
I'm like, why is there a dead eagle?
Yeah, no.
Or a dead griffin there?
No. That's my undead owl. You leave that alone.
Yep.
I was confused by that.
So, as you are flying through the air, the breeze moving past you, this ice cold wind, you see what appears to be a flash of light in the air ahead of you. At first, you all see this, and this is the Dale. The Aurora Borealis is not uncommon to see, but it is very quickly realized this is nothing to do with an aurora, as you see what appears to be a portal open up in space above you. And I need everybody to give me a perception check.
That's terrifying.
Nat 30.
Jesus Christ.
Placid 20.
What are we doing?
Perception check.
Performance?
Perception.
Constitution saving throw.
And we wonder why he only plays with us every other month.
Yeah. Because he needs time to recover.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no,
It's a
the
very
stupidity
good
is
spell.
rubbing off
Sorry.
on him.
So, with everything that's going on, Ravenchuck and Wu, the two of you are, I imagine, Wu, you are more focused on like your surroundings. When
He's
this
more focused on trying how to
Focused on
breathe
taking
these
on.
fuckers.
Yeah. There you go. And Ravenchuck, you are more focused on, trying to remain calm so this thing,
Your life.
doesn't flip you over and eat you. But Gerard, Smith, and Groff, when you see this flash of light, you hone in on it, and very quickly, Smith and Gerard, you see that this is that from this portal, from this flash of light, in and against the color of the sky, you see a humanoid figure.
I'll punch it in the throat.
And Groff, as you are a trained ranger and are very perceptive to the world around you, and I know Jared and Wu both have extreme dark vision as well. But with your dark vision and your extreme perception, you're very quickly able to make out that this figure now falling through the air towards all of you is Slagru. And you also notice, and I'm going to say that this is more aligned with your perception, the colors and like look of the portal that opened up in the sky was reminiscent of the colors and visual you saw when Furel, the Mind Flayer, teleported you guys out of the fortress into Smith's clan home. And as you take in this information, you see Slagru falling through the sky towards all of you.
Sucks to be that
I'm not
guy.
gonna say anything.
We better press on. It's what he'd want.
if Gromp does say something about how it's Slagru, Everard will gesture for the owl to go get him.
I
Okay.
knew he was going to drop me somewhere, literally.
I messaged you.
You messaged me. I didn't think you were going to drop me in while they were still in mid-flight.
That's true. I didn't tell you that part. I was saving that one.
But Everard will gesture for the owl to go get him.
Okay. So as this is happening, you guys watch this like portal opens up in space above you, and you see this figure falling out of it. And Gruff, you make out that it is Slagru, and Gerard, you are sending your owl after it. Speaking of which, Gerard, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for your giant skeletal owl.
Okay. Let's see here.
And Slagru, I likewise need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
He got an 18 because he has a +2 to Dex.
Awesome. Yeah.
18.
Well, that was an acrobatics check, and it's a dex save is a +8. So we'll just.
Yeah, well.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, so yeah, Slagru, you were sitting down moments ago with Furel the Mind Flayer, and he had approached you about melding minds in order to gain insight and knowledge of the region and where you have been. And as the two of you were sharing these thoughts, sharing these moments, there was almost something innate within you that was trying to tap into his powers as he is tapping into your mind. And you definitely felt like this was... Yeah, you definitely felt like this was Johnny wanting to tap into the powers of a full-fledged Mind Flayer, as weak as Furo might be in his current state. And unfortunately, Johnny's I don't want to say his wants and desires, I can't think of a better term for that, basically led him to accidentally activating Furel's plane shift ability. Now, Furo is still in a weakened state, and as this is happening and you feel your body kind of twisting through space, you instinctively think back to the party that had left you here with him and had kind of brought you into this odd situation. And a moment later, you are now falling through the cold night air as, matching your speed next to you, you see a giant skeletal owl, and on the back of it, you see two familiar creatures, that of Gerard's cat and owlbot.
Good.
And reaching out, reaching out and grabbing onto these bones of this flying owl, you are able to grab on and hold on as the owl swoops up through the air and comes back with the rest of the group. You are now on the back of the giant skeletal owl.
I just imagine that as it picks him up, it just screeches in this horrifying rattling way that a skeletal owl can communicate, but Erard knows what it's saying.
Yeah. I can only imagine the sounds of a skeletal owl. Ugh.
That's why I'm like, what voice are we giving the skeletal owl if I ever decide to talk to it? Like, I imagine everyone else hears a weird rattling screech while while Erard hears like this long-winded whisper because of it being undead.
Oh yeah, super fucking creepy. Where it's like in a tree at night, and like you hear this, and it's like you look up and you see the silhouette of an owl's face, but there's just the orbital sockets and 2 motes of light. God, that's fucking creepy. But yes,
Flagler's just going to be quiet and wide-eyed and fear that because he just saw his life flash before his eyes after that.
As the owl comes to fly up next to Erard, Erard just waves to Slagru. Like, this is normal. What do you mean? He thought the owl was the Grim Reaper coming for his soul.
So as the owl comes back into formation, you see Arn and Rahi turn around, as they have like turned their griffins around, and you hear them shout, and they say, "Who is that?"
Erard will yell over again.
Too scared.
This is Flagru. He's part of the group. I don't know why or how he was falling through the sky, but he was part of the mission to come convince you guys. It's okay. We got him.
See,
He's a friend, not a foe.
You see, there's a look of confusion on their faces, but they don't press the matter.
They're confused about that, not confused of this child controlling a massive skeletal owl that's as big as a griffin?
They are very confused when it comes to magic. Yes, like there is shit that they just don't understand. You got to remember, lesser restoration to them is like magic from the gods.
Yeah, good point.
You know, your ability to summon, like you showed up with a giant skeletal owl. They don't know that you can just summon things. And on top of that, it's like this scared the fuck out of them because a man just appeared out of a hole in space.
Don't worry, this is normal. It's fine.
So, as you are beginning to press on, shortly after this, there is a bit of a storm starting to roll in, and visibility gets a little worse. You really only now have, oh God, hold on. I gotta reset this. This is gonna screw up on the one map. Come on, there we go. Is visibility on? Great. Okay. As your visibility is starting to shrink due to the encroaching storm, at one point you hear this horrific sound pierce through the storm. And you see Arn and Rahi put up their hands in a signal that stops all of your griffins at the same time. As this happens, you see them looking around in confusion. Everyone give me another perception check.
That one's not that good.
I got
That was way less better.
Well, Ravenchuck, that was a nature check.
What? Yeah. Bad. Oh crap.
This is why he doesn't play with this group anymore.
I mean, I give him the credit that they are right on top of one another. So
I just gotta quickly. I wasn't paying much attention. I just gotta like, oh, there it is. Click.
That has a P in it. That must be perception. That's a persuasion.
Yep.
all right.
Excuse me.
All right. So you hear, as I said, you hear this shriek come through the sky and cut through the blizzard that is now starting to surround you. As you do, Arn and Rahi are looking around, and you hear it again. This loud, ah!
Is it an animal shriek?
It does sound animalistic.
So then I would just understand it, because I have speak with animals 24/7, would I not?
Well, arguably, and actually, I didn't even take this into consideration before.
That's another half hour. Of
That's for beasts. Speak with
And
animals.
monstrosities.
Oh, that's true. You're bullshit.
Yep. Hence why I was able to
Yeah.
to the griffins and so forth.
Oh, this is great. Okay, yeah. I always forget that you have that the bigger they
I
are.
can target animals, beasts, or monstrosities.
Yeah.
With animal friendship and speak with animals.
Okay. So you hear this cry, but
I speak Draconic.
But it comes to your ear not as a shout or a shriek, but you hear a voice, a shrill, high-pitched voice that says, "Dive."
Oh, no.
So, a moment later, cutting through the blizzard down on top of the group, you see these monstrous paratons. Share a picture of what you are looking at. Basically, they look like giant vultures with antlers. Here's another baller ass image of them. And these two fly down into the group, and I am going to need Wu and Smith as these things fly down and hit go to hit your paratons. Well, actually, I need everyone to roll initiative. I just need that first. So we'll get that out of the way.
No.
Hell yeah.
Did you
Look
say
at you
initiative?
with your bullshit rogue
Yes,
bonuses.
I said initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
Hey, Lucas, could you see my
This guy
message?
get caught by an undead. How? Now this.
Yeah. What'd you say, Tarrant?
I said, did you see my message?
No. What message?
Wagru is rethinking partying up with this group, isn't he? Listen, we had one girl who was a dragonborn.
Sure,
she went on one adventure for us, got terrified, and just left. She said we were all fucking nuts and refused to party with us anymore.
True.
After we faced a literal god.
True. All right. So. All right. So.
Initiative. So I got such a high plus.
Well, you
initiative. I don't even know why I roll anymore.
You have such a high one, but these Paraton have a surprise round. So
even against a Rard who heard them screaming,
you are the only one that is not surprised.
Sweet.
This map is so fucking big. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I've made bigger.
All right.
Am I not also not surprised
Um.
because of barbarian bullshit?
Oh, I always forget about that. You're Wait, do you have something that means? Oh, wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Feral instincts. If you're surprised at the beginning of combat but not incapacitated, you can attack normally as long as you enter a rage. Cool. All right.
Wait a minute. No, they're not attacking. Don't I have something that keeps me from being surprised?
How much do you think an air purifier is?
I don't know. Oh, actually, yes, Glenn, you do. Because of Johnny in your head, you can't be surprised while you're conscious. So there you go.
Well, so after being dropped here, thanks, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got...
Yeah. So
you weren't surprised by being dropped there and a giant owl picking you up. You just thought you were dead.
So
there's a difference.
So Slagru, you are at the top of the order. As you get to act, normally at this point.
Okay.
So just as a reiteration, as you were scooped up by this owl and realized that you were with your party, moments later, as this blizzard is starting to surround all of you, you hear this squaw come through the storm, and a moment later you see this terrible looking winged antlered creature descending through the group, and they are just about to reach the group as you are able to quickly act.
Squaw.
Squaw!
Squaw!
Wah!
Wah!
Well, okay. So I'm going first, right?
Yep, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh boy. Can I use steady aim format
No.
first?
Shut up, Justin. Yes, you can use your bonus action to give yourself advantage.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him with the laser.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to point out, mounted rogues are actually one of the most broken things in D&D, because something like steady aim says you can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved. So if you are on the back of a horse, you can continue using steady aim because you're not moving, the horse is moving, or the mount that you're on.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, somebody pointed out that if you had a druid wild shape into like a horse or something, you could have the rogue get on their back and basically throw daggers or shoot a crossbow or something, and you're constantly out of range of everyone else, and you're giving yourself advantage.
Okay, so
Right.
you have a Goliath, and your rogue is, let's say, a gnome. There you go.
Yeah, basically.
I was gonna say, Lucas, why would you tell us that? We could just keep Slagru on the back of the skeletal owl who has flyby, can fly down and attack, and then fly up with Slagru so he can keep getting steady aim.
Well, that would, well, actually, yeah, as long as you gave over, as long as your Rard gave over control, like mounted control of the skeletal owl to Slagru would be able to control the movement of it, and it would move to his initiative so that he could have it dash.
Oh my god.
And get 160-foot flying
this.
speed, while Slagru is on its back with his tongue lasher going down and like getting his attacks with advantage.
I love this because I could literally just conjure animals and give him a giant owl to fly around on.
Arguably, you could.
This rogue just goes flying with its undead owl up into the air. Every time it says burn, everybody just hears this big whoosh.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you doing, Slagru?
I'm going to use the laser rifle this time.
Okay. Coolio.
13.
All right. So that is going to miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you do have advantage, so remember, you can roll again.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you took steady aim.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nat
24.
20. Jesus Christ.
Nat 20! Blast that bird out of the sky! AC 130 style.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage, because you're gonna roll 3d8 plus 4 plus 5d6. And then 3, yeah, so right click. I know it's gonna say 68 right now, but
Yeah.
right click that and roll flat damage. Because we do critical damage differently in my games.
Okay, so
brutal
I get
critical.
sneak attack.
You do. You get sneak attack because you shot a creature with a ranged weapon while you had advantage. So roll the 3d8 plus 4, and then scroll down and roll that 5d6.
Where is it? Oh, there. Oh, there it is.
Whoever said people with animal
18.
companions were weak.
So it's 18 plus 19 plus 54 is 91 points of damage. All right.
Did you get him?
Describe your kill.
Hold on. I am...
How does vultures taste?
This is going to trigger massive damage for this thing.
You think?
Yeah, when a creature takes damage from a single source equal to or greater than half of its hit point maximum, it must succeed a DC 15 con save. Okay, well, that was a nat 20. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
This is why Lucas just hates my rogue and T5.
This is
why
why rogues are just very overpowered in my games, because of the critical hit system that I use. And actually, I've been looking into this nimble system, which would make like characters that use daggers and smaller weapons crit more often. But yeah,
and now
okay.
you're thinking, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so I'm going to say that I'm still gonna give it one of the system shocks. Okay, so it is not gonna be able to take reactions until the end of its next turn. Because it was able to kind of... That was a lot, and it was not like stunned or immediately dropped to 0. But yeah, you take aim on the back of this skeletal owl. I want to imagine you're kind of like, you have your laser rifle like through some of the bones of the owl just to keep it extremely steady. And yeah, and as you pull the trigger, there's just this flash of light from the laser that hits the periton, and it singes across its body. There's a hole almost in the side of it that's not bleeding, but has been cauterized, and has burnt it so bad from this, from all of this radiant damage that you just did. As this thing is coming down, you can see that it's kind of like taken aback, as it was going to attack Wu, and it's now like been sort of shunted off to the side.
You're welcome.
You dumb bird! Bang!
Does does it turn into the other one and accidentally smack it out?
It does not. It does not turn into that one
That'd be amazing.
and accidentally do fall out of the sky or nothing. But
Plagru's over here duck hunting with his rifle.
yeah, Jesus Christ. But as this is happening, you hear Arn yell out from the back, and he says, "Paraton attack!" And he kind of like yells this as soon as this shot is made, and as this happens, Groff,
What?
from behind you, you hear the sound of rushing air as a Paraton comes down, a smaller one, comes down and swipes at your Griffin.
What's a Paraton?
A Paraton
Piton.
A vulture
is
with antlers.
that.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's only a single ton.
Yeah.
You
Shut the
I thought it was a
fuck up,
bike with a
Glenn.
screen.
know, we're taking that crit back. Fuck
You know what? Okay, hold on. I want to point out something. No, fuck it. I'll save it to the end of why that joke is so fucking good and also the dumbest thing ever. All right. So, from the air, this Paraton comes down behind you, Groff, hitting your Griffin. And it is going to attempt to gore it. Okay. That's a 9. What is the AC of a Griffin actually? 12. Okay.
Higher than that.
Okay, cool. So, this thing comes down from the sky. As Arn yells out about the Paraton attack, you see the Griffins now are kind of spooked as they are taking note of this. This Paraton that was coming down had its beak open, and its antlers were pointed down, trying to knock into the back of your Griffin in order to knock you off. But it fails, and it just quickly goes to slash into the side of your Griffin, which it hits. And your Griffin is going to take 22 points of damage. And for reference,
So you're keeping track of that?
I am. For reference, your Griffins have a total of 60 hit points. Hi, Dova.
Oh, nice.
Hi, Baba.
Just
Smells-
a flesh wound, guys.
Smells funny. So that was not enough to cause it to kick and knock you. Oh, wait, actually 22. No, it was. Okay, so Groff, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't want to.
But I want you to.
10.
Okay. So as this thing hits you, this first time, you are holding on to these reins, but you are caught off guard and are thrown backwards and hit into the Paraton. But you are able to hold on to the rein just barely, but you are now hanging by one arm from the reins of this Griffin, as this Griffin is like kind of being pulled towards your weight.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to move you there. We're going to do that. All right, so Arn is surprised, so he can't do anything, but he takes note of what he just saw, as he likewise has a similar situation happening on his side of this battlefield at the moment. And His is likewise going to take a similar amount of damage. But he is able to hold on as he is used to these kind of attacks. All right. Another one appears behind Slagru, coming down, attempting to attack the skeletal owl, which has an AC of 12. Oh, that's a nat 20. That's another nat 20.
Reroll, Lucas.
Bye, Slagger. Oh, never mind.
Reroll that
Aaron
first
just said
attack.
Reroll.
Reroll the nat 20.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Oh, are they both nat 20s?
They are both nat 20s.
He has to check and see if you can because of you being surprised.
If you're surprised, you can't move or take action on your first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
Oh, I never knew I was surprised. So.
Oh, yes.
Will not go through.
Did your roll? What do you mean?
I rolled for initiative because aren't we fighting?
You're surprised.
You rolled initiative.
Oh.
Gerard, because he heard the creature, he could understand what the creature was saying. He was not surprised. Smith is not surprised because he has feral instincts, which means that as long as he starts his turn and rages, he can act on that turn. Slagru was able to act because he has an ability, or he has a feat. He has the alert feat, thanks to...
Where's Ravenchuck in initiative?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh shit.
Initiative at all.
Fuck, you weren't. My bad.
That's why I was asking if my initiative didn't go through.
Yeah, your initiative didn't go through.
Oh. Okay.
Wow, what a DM.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Sorry.
That's fine. I was accused of wait, I'm not out here.
There we go. All right, well, that is 2 nat 20s against this skeletal owl. This is not going to be good.
Bye, Slagru. I hope you enjoy falling again.
Yeah.
Wait, where the fuck happened to my air server?
I was literally I went over to your Twitch and your air server.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did this thing catch on by surprise when it came out at the owl?
What do you mean?
God, I'm just trying. Why does it get 2 rolls like that?
It has multi-attack. Yeah. Yeah, it has a gore ability and a talon ability. There we go. That was weird. So I just want to point out that was
the skeletal owl only has 19 HP.
Oh, I know. But yeah, he did 54 points of damage.
Yeah, the skeletal owl just kind of explodes into bones.
So this Paraton comes down and gets a strike on the back of the skeletal owl. The skeletal owl basically just pops out of existence.
Also, I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Me?
No, not you.
No.
No, it's a 19.
All right. So then it's just half damage, sadly.
Hellish Rebuke.
All right. Yep. So it only takes about
15.
15, 14. Yep. 15 fire damage as it erupts in green flames.
Okay. All right. So Slagru is currently in Wile E. Coyote time. As this is all occurring so very fast that the bones under him have only just started to fall apart. You see Albot quickly taking flight, and Marcus very quickly lashing its tail around the ankle of the griffin that Gerard is riding. Slagru will get around to you in a second.
Thanks.
Anytime, friend.
I'm
And
not gonna end up with another thing spitting junk down my throat, am I?
no, you're not gonna have another ovipositor
Last
shoved
time
down
you
your throat.
freaking pulled this shit, I had a bunch something decide to hit bug my face and then spit stuff down my throat.
I know, it's pretty funny.
No.
That reminds me of a. Never mind.
Ugh.
Tell Aaron I said hi.
Yep. All right. So you see all of these paratons kind of appearing around all of you. Smith, as it gets to your turn, you hear Rahi just in front of you, as he is the one kind of leading the group. He looks at the one that has the two in the center of the group. He turns and sees one coming down and attacking Arn, and then there's one that attacks his griffin as well. And he shouts out, he says, "Something is wrong! They only hunt in pairs!" And it is currently your turn.
My turn?
Yes.
Do I see Slagru falling?
You do see Slagru, you see the bones of the giant skeletal owl falling beneath him, Albot taking flight, Marcus wrapping onto the other griffin, and you see Slagru as his head is staying in one place and his body is slowly beginning to fall in Wile E. Coyote time.
I have a way of saving Slagru, but that's up to you.
I think in this moment, Smith might be going after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go after him.
All right, so you quickly about face and fly down and scoop up Slagru. All right, so I'm going to put you right there for the time being, unless you want to move
after all this.
any further from there. As you have kind of come down underneath Slagru and got him, as he's kind of like laying across your lap right now. Actually, I'll say he's on the backside of your griffin, just because it's weird thinking about griffins because they need to fly and their wings are like next to their neck. So if he was laying across your lap, that wouldn't work. So he's right behind you. So that would be the movement of your griffin, which arguably still has oh shit, that's the wrong, need the ruler. There we go. Which arguably still has 30 feet of movement left.
Can I reach feet 5?
That is the Fandolin 5. It's a campaign that we run on this channel that you play in. That is in fact the Paraton that attacked Slagru. It is about it's about like 10 feet down or about, sorry, not 10 feet. Yeah, it's about 30 feet down from where it attacked, because it attacked and then kept on going.
So do they have tiny peritons and big, massive peritons?
So there's the two large ones in the middle, and then there are medium-sized ones. And I do want to point out, you guys have faced off against a periton. You have seen one before in this campaign, and it was the medium-sized ones. You've never seen one as large as the two in the middle.
Okay. So I still have an action?
You do. Your griffin.
P5?
Your griffin still has 30 feet of movement, so that would be more than enough to get down to it, and you would be able to act on your turn next to it.
Now, how does attacking work? Does my griffin get an attack as well, or
so you could, the only when it comes to mounted combat, the only actions that your mount can do is dash, disengage, or dodge. So you could have it move even further. You could have it disengage so that it doesn't take an attack if you are moving away with it, because your griffins do not have flyby. Or you could have it take the dodge action, which is going to give any attack against your griffin disadvantage.
And I can have it do the dodge action, and I can attack.
Yeah, because it has its own turn in initiative, which is shared with yours, and you can have it do what you want. It's just only those three options. So yeah, you can definitely have it dodge.
Okay.
Cool. And then you have your own action. So what would you like to do?
Attack, rage and attack.
Cleo?
So I'm assuming that hits.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. Roll my damage, I guess.
Yep. 2d6 plus 5 plus your divine fury. All right. So you very quickly cleave through this thing. As it is flying down, peritons have this instinctive fighting style where they dive bomb creatures, and then they will swoop up underneath, and they have the flyby ability, so you cannot hit them with opportunity attacks. So this thing was not paying attention as you swooped in over top of it, hitting it with your great axe, and you are able to cut this thing in half.
Nice. Second attack. Can I go over to P4?
So,
or do I not have enough movement?
You could instead have your griffin dash, and that would give you enough movement. It's just it wouldn't have the dodge action at that point.
Just for the record, Slacker saw this and immediately gives it a nasty gesture, but is too scared to actually say anything.
He doesn't like being saved.
No, he doesn't care about being saved. He's just too freaking scared that he got dropped again.
Oh yeah. Pop out of a portal, and it's like, oh, this bone bird saved me. Poof! Fuck bone bird. So if you want to do that, Smith, you can have it dash up or over to P4.
We'll stick with the dodge action.
Okay, cool. So you are going to take a defensive stance. Groff, you are surprised. So unless you have anything that stops you from being surprised.
The alert feat.
You don't have the alert feat, do you?
I can.
No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Oh, that's right. No, you are hanging off the side. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I would say the surprise is over.
Yeah. You are. Well, you were still surprised. But I am going to give you. I'm going to give you a dexterity saving throw, or well, no. Let me rephrase that. Yeah. Dexterity saving throw to try and stay on as this griffin is like trying to right itself. Okay.
23.
So you're kind of like pulling the griffin down the side, and as this happens, you realize that you are pulling the griffin with you, and the griffin is able to correct itself and kind of swoop underneath you, and you are back on the back of it.
That's right.
All right.
Can't keep a dwarf off the back of a griffin, or there's some saying about that we used to say in the bars.
All right. Woo, you are surprised. All right. Gerard, a Paraton comes flying down and attacks your griffin.
How dare it?
Holy shit.
Yes?
It misses. So you watch as the chaos is now starting to unfold around you. You have watched two of these Paratons in front of you come down and attack the griffin, the Goliaths and the griffins in front of you, and you see what's going on around you, and you hear this this caw come from above you, and you hear it say dive. And you quickly move out of the way, pulling your griffin, and you are able to stop it from getting attacked as a Paraton comes rushing past you, going down.
Hey, Lucas.
Yeah, buddy.
Now that my turn is over, am I able to use reactions now?
Yes, because you're no longer surprised. All right.
Hey, I will be right back. If it's the turn before my turn and I'm not back, just text me.
Cleo. So, from the center, you see the monstrous Paraton that Slagru shot with his laser rifle. You see that it attempts to course correct, but its momentum is moving vertically, and it is going to continue on its trajectory as it is going to attempt to swipe down at Wu and his griffin. That is a nat 20.
Reroll.
That's a 16, so that still hits. And that's 22.
I think he's using loaded dice.
I'm using digital dice, so they're as loaded as a random number generator can be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You can change the programming.
Funny enough, there actually is a way to change what the random what the die roller is. There are different things to base it off of, so
Hear that?
yeah, totally. Hey, I'll just roll dice under the screen, you know. We'll go real D&D where I'll roll behind the screen and on my table where you guys can't see my numbers.
I can't see your numbers now.
Is it not showing them?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention to
No, it's showing them, motherfucker. Damn it. All right, Woo. This monstrous Paraton comes down. It hits your griffin with a massive slam, dealing 25 points of damage to it. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as your Paraton is kind of like launched downwards. So as this happens, you drop off of this thing.
Hold on.
Okay.
I can re-roll a saving throw if I fail. Must take a new one.
You have failed.
So I'm going to re-roll.
What is this ability?
That is a great...
Oh, Indomitable. Yeah,
Yes,
no, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. So this thing hits your griffin, As it does, you try to grab and steal yourself onto the reins, but as you do, you realize that your grip is wrong. You end up grabbing the feathers of the griffin as it lets out a shriek and flaps its wings wildly as you are sent flying off of it.
I was gonna ask if I could use that to launch myself onto M2.
You know what? Make an acrobatics check. I'll be kind. The DC is going to be high. Okay, so you are thrown in a direction. Let me... Hold on. That's a 6. That's an 8. I'm going to roll for this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you are thrown back this way. And, oh wait, did I do that right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, no, actually, no. 6 would be to the left. Yeah, 6 would be to the left. So you are thrown this way off of your griffin. You kind of smack into Marcus as you are thrown off the griffin.
My poor Marcus.
Yep.
The only thing that can be worse than this fate is if he keeps getting resurrected and killed again and resurrected and killed again and resurrected.
All right.
Is it my turn?
It is not, as there is one more Paraton that needs to join the battlefield, and that is the one going after Ravenchuck. That's a nat 20.
Oh man.
So that's 10, that's 24. That's 9, so that's 33 plus 8. So we're looking at 45 points of damage to your griffin. So Ravenchuck, I need you to make, and I forgot to put Beef Chuck on there.
Beef Chuck's there.
Yeah, I know.
You have a copy.
Oh, okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for both yourself and for Beef Chuck.
I'm gonna die. What is this dex?
For Beef Chuck, it would be a D20 plus 5.
Oh. That's. Is I just use my athletics.
That works. Totally works. Okay. So the two of you are able to hold on, but barely, as this thing, as your griffin was hit by a massive attack from this Paraton that is now down below you. It is then Ravenchuck's turn, which you are still surprised.
I'm just screaming at this point.
Okay. That's understandable.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
And then we are on to Gerard, who is not surprised.
Is Wu within 60 feet of me?
Wu is within like 10 feet of you.
All right.
Or like 15
Who's ready
feet.
for more animal chaos? Lucas, I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Oh god.
I need 4 giant vultures.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back.
One is going to go under Wu to catch him.
Okay.
And I guess I'll disperse the other ones within 60 feet among the... I guess I'll put one here. If you see the orange glow.
Okay, because it's black on my screen, but I get it.
I guess one over here.
Okay.
And I need one more. 60 feet, 60 feet. You know what? Can we just put him over here? Is
Sure
that
thing.
within 60 feet? Okay.
Yeah, that is well within. I would say if you want to diversify it more, that is also within 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'll put him down there.
Okay.
Then.
Why not put him? Oh, never mind.
So Woog just got caught by a giant flying vulture.
Yep, and these Goliaths just watch this young boy shout out into the ether and summon 3 giant vultures.
Don't worry, I now have to, before I continue, I now have to go under summoned and put 4 giant vultures into my summon.
Yeah, you do.
Add.
All right.
And add.
Because
they're only challenge rating 1. It's conjure animals.
Conjure animals, okay. Yeah, so they each have their own initiative. So, all right, cool. Well, one of those is gonna be able to immediately go next, which is the one over between Groff and Ravenchuck.
Okay. Give me 1 second, because I'm just going to rename them on my page of what they are in the initiative. That way I can keep track of all of them.
Sure, that's good. So I got a little flashlight the other day, and I have one of these capsules from those mini brand toys, and I put the flashlight in it. So now I just have an orb of light.
All right, I'm going to have it attack M2. It's going to use its beak attack, which is plus. It is
+4 to hit.
4 with the +5 of pack tactics, or the advantage. Sorry.
It had. Oh motherfucker.
Yeah, it has pack tactics.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, D20 +4 with advantage, and you also get a beak attack and a talon attack.
Yeah, because it has multi-attack too. You're welcome, Lucas.
I see that.
That's first. The first one would be
15 to hit.
15 to hit.
That is gonna hit.
Sweet. I'll just roll the second one to see if it gets that second attack.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta roll.
Second one's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. All right.
And now it's time
2d4,
for the good old attack.
Yep, 2d4
and
plus
2d6.
2d6 plus 4.
There's the beak attack. It's 4.
Yep.
Plus whatever, and that is 8 plus whatever.
So 16 points total.
Yep.
Nice. Good job.
Yay, animals.
Wow.
Oh, what are you doing? I still have other animals.
Oh, fuck, that's right. It is your turn. Not that it's your turn. All right. Well,
I love being the guy who gets 3 turns in a row like that.
I want to point out, Albot has the ability to move and act on this turn, because he is flying. Marcus,
I know Marcus is attached to a griffin claw.
Marcus, in order to save himself, used his reaction to tail wrap around your griffin. So he will have to pull himself up there.
That is fine, because I wasn't really going to have him do a true action. I was going to have him do Holy Healing Burst.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, wow.
G5 is the griffin that got hit the most, but that's all the way down there. I'm trying to think. Who is G2 hurt? Trying to think who's all hurt, who's not. Within Marcus's area.
Hold on, let me add all of these to initiative. G2 is hurt. G3 is hurt. G4 is hurt. It is
dead.
Shut up. Poor channel.
The only one he could really heal is G2, because he's the only one that's probably close enough.
Yeah, that 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, have him do that.
Yep, Holy Healing Burst.
Cool.
It is healed for 5. And then Albot's gonna take a shot and bombard. I'll have him kind of flutter over here just to bombard. Nah, he'll stay right there. I'll have him bombard P1 near me.
Okay.
+3 to hit. He can hit 2 targets. I'll just have them both hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Albot, don't fail me. You always fail me. You always fail me. You goddamn mechanical
Jesus Christ. Yeah, those bombard pellets just
my rolls
right past
always just fail when it comes to Albot.
You have great rolls when it comes to rolling
everything that
for animal
Albot.
handling and all that bullshit. But the moment Albot shows up, you're fucking sunk.
Yeah, he can't do shit. He's there for moral support.
Yeah.
That is it.
All right. This monstrous Paraton does not appreciate your giant vulture, so it is going to attack it. That's
no.
18 and a 25 to hit. That is 16 and 20. Yeah, so that vulture is dead.
Which one was that?
That was I1. That was the one that you already got to attack with.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, I1 is now dead.
We are back to the top of the order. Slagru, you are now straddled across the back of Smith's Griffin.
Okay. Let me check.
Lucas, you don't want to kill all of these flying vultures, because you kill all the flying vultures, and next you get 20 flying snakes.
Hey, I kill all these vultures and you burn your other spell slots.
You think I'm weak without any of my spell slots? You fool! I have so many feats that give me bullshit, it's not even funny.
All right, what are you doing, Slagru?
I'm thinking I'm going to go for P12 because he looks like the other bastard he freaking and took out and had me dropping like a rock.
P12? What the fuck is P12? You mean P2?
P4, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. The one next to Groff. Sweet. Go, I assume you are doing your steady aim again?
Yeah, we're repeating, rinse, repeat of last time.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
I like the way you said that.
Well, it's like if you're not moving, it just makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll again. Just see if you can fish for that crit.
Okay, got 23. Well, that was the hit.
Oh, I know, but you can roll again because you have advantage, and you might get a crit. Like you might get a nat 20.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, always fish for the crit.
20.
Okay, yeah, you got a soft 20, a flaccid 20. Okay, cool. Roll the damage. You are gonna get sneak attack. So 3d8 plus 4 plus 5d6.
Oops. 3, okay, 15 for that. Then sneak attack is going to be 17. So
that is 32 points. All right. So with careful aim, on the back of Smith's Griffin, as you take aim at this Paraton, you can see that it is down about 30 feet under Groff, and it's starting to make its ascent upward. But almost right before it comes into contact with Groff and his griffin again, you let this blast out, which decimates it, turning it into ash. That was fucking phenomenal. Good rolls on that.
And I launch another rude symbol at him, rude hand gesture at him.
Yeah. You motherfucker.
Hey, Jared.
Yes.
That's how it's done, by the way.
All right. So
No, I can dismiss these summons and let you fall to your death.
Wait till after my turn. I want to do something cool first.
Stupid.
No, all of my rolls are good unless it's Albot. Albot is the only animal companion I have that apparently can't hit worth shit.
all right. So you guys watch as we are now, out of surprise. But there is a bit of a surprise on the battlefield as Arn and Rahi just watched these giant vultures appear around them, but taking into mind that that the one attacked the bigger Paraton, you watch as he realizes that these are allied to him. But seeing the bigger one, the monstrous Paraton that is 30 foot below in the center, this one, he looks over his shoulder and down at where he is. And you see that Arn throws himself off of the back of his griffin and descends 30 feet down with his great axe pulled on top of the monstrous Paraton.
Hey, Aaron, that's how you land on the enemy to kill it.
Yeah.
And you see that as he lands, Arn gets two solid hits or gets a solid hit into this thing and now has his great axe dug into this Paraton's back and is using that to hold on. All right. Jared, it is one of your giant vultures' turns.
Give me 1 second. I am grabbing more cheese that I probably shouldn't.
Do you want it to attack the Paraton? Okay, you're back? Cool.
Yep.
Oh, he didn't do enough damage to kill that thing?
No. He is basically rodeoing it with a great axe in its back.
Yes, I'll have it attack M1. I'll have it attack M1, so if it kills M1, I'll just pick Orn up.
Okay. All right. Roll your attacks for the giant vulture.
First one. Oh, it doesn't get pack tactics now, does it? Because it's not within. Well, no, 5 feet. It's on top of it.
Yeah, Arn is right there.
So 19 to hit for the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Second one is 16.
That also hits. Sorry, I'm being a Sun Soul monk over here. Key blast.
Understandable.
This is so fucking cool.
2d4 plus 2. That is 10 for the beak damage.
Okay.
And then that is 8 for the talons.
Cleo, 14 points of damage. Duly noted. All right. So, it is the Paraton that initially attacked Arn and his griffin. It is seeing this giant vulture attacking the larger Paraton. So it is going to make a dash across the battlefield, attacking your giant vulture as it moves past with an 8 and a 10. And I know that only that 10 is going to hit. And that's only going to be 5 points to I2.
Nice.
But
I do too, Lucas.
yeah. But you guys watch as the other Paraton that attacked Rahi is now turning around and flying directly up at him, taking another swipe, and now ending that Paraton's turn 30 feet above all of you. Oh, wow. Again, only hitting once and doing 8 points of damage, which is not enough to trigger the knockoff. Smith, it is your turn. Slagru is on your back, sniping these Paratons with his laser rifle. You just watched as Wu was knocked off of his, scooped up by one of your large giant ravens, and you watched as Arn Rockfist Akhenathi, the chieftain of the Sky Showered Shelters, jumped off of his griffin, landing it into the back of one of the Paratons, and is now rodeoing it around. What would you like to do, sir?
Let us move up, I guess, to... Can I reach M2 or P1?
Well, M2, yeah, you could reach M2 over here or P1 up there.
Okay. Would any be more advantageous in regards to flanking?
No. P1 is 30 feet below, and so is M2. And none of your allies are that far down.
Okay.
Oh, he's got me on its back.
He does have you on its back. So arguably you could try swinging yourself around, Smith, and I'll give you a bonus for having Slagru on the back if he wants to offer you a if Slagru wants to use his reaction to try and like draw the attention, I'll give you the flanking bonus.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I'm assuming neither have been hit yet.
M2 has taken some damage, and P1 is untouched.
Let's go for M2.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. And that also hits.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Coolio. 14, nice.
+2.
Oh, yes. 16.
And then the second attack. Oh. And then can I have my Griffin take the dodge action?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that this giant vulture is now under the control of Wu, so it'll only go on Wu's turn. Groff, it is your turn. 30 feet down below you, a battle is raging between Smith and this monstrous Paraton, as you have only just righted yourself.
So is Wu controlling I4 then?
Yes, because
I was just gonna ask. Okay, because I was just gonna ask Aaron where he wanted to go, and I was gonna move it, but
yeah,
I'm okay with him controlling it.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Smith is battling.
Smith is
M2.
fighting. Smith is fighting M2 30 feet down below you.
Okay, and I've also got a P4 here picking at me, right?
No, P4's dead.
It is?
If it's not showing on yours, that was the one that Slagru turned to ash, as it was coming up to hit you, and he was able to kill it.
Just refresh it.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Then I will aim for M2 to try and help Smith out.
Coolio.
First attack, it's going to be 25 to hit.
That hits.
The second attack will be it's my D&D Beyond is really glitching out.
I got a
I'm
12.
One on a hotspot.
Okay, add 1 to that because I'm assuming there's no sunlight, right?
There is not, no.
Okay, that's a
you guys are in a blizzard.
13 then.
Okay, so that's gonna be 1 hit.
And last attack is a soft 20. Well, 21.
Yeah, 21. Yep, totally. That hits. Two attacks.
Okay. 6 plus 7.
13.
Plus the bonus dread ambusher thing. 6. So it's 19 piercing damage.
19 piercing damage. All right. So yeah, 2 arrows stick into the back of this thing. It lets out a shrill cry. Do you want to move your griffin at all, or do you want to stay where you are?
I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. Woo.
2 traps face down, and my turn.
All right. Woo, it is your turn.
Which one of the bigger M2 hasn't really been hit, has it?
M2 has only just recently taken some damage. M1 has Arn Rock Fist with a great axe cleaved into his back. And he's kind of riding him around.
Woo's going to kind of take a page out of his book and jump down on M2.
Okay, sick.
And then have I4 go after like P2 or something.
Well, I4 you can't command to attack. Oh, wait, I guess. Actually. Huh.
Or I yell at your roar, be like, hey, have this vulture take me to, M2 and have it attack P2.
I guess it would have its own turn if we would have done it that way. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll have I2 attack first as its turn, and then we'll go with yours. So it'll totally work out. Jared, you there?
I am.
Cool. Go ahead and roll the attacks for I4, a beak and a talon.
Okay.
Thank you.
The first one is a 16 to hit. Second one is a flaccid 20 to hit.
Okay, both of the hits. Yep. Roll the damage.
Five plus what was the big one plus?
2d6. Yeah,
Like,
2d4, 2d4 and 2d6 plus 4 total.
Yep. So there we go.
All right, so we're gonna do that's 14, so that's 18 to that one. Okay. And Woo, taking a page off of Arn's book, you are jumping down onto the monstrous Periton. Roll your attacks.
I also want to go large as I do this.
Okay.
Oh my god. As he's jumping off the vulture, I just imagine him getting 3 times bigger as he's now landing on this poor creature's back.
Twice as big, but yeah, absolutely. Okay.
It's like the image of like the Hulk punching the
giant
the
snake.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm always angry.
I'm always angry.
I picked up on
Always
that too.
angry.
I'm always
Oh,
angry.
no, I said that purposely.
Oh shit! I fucking love this. I'm all for this. All right, roll your
always angry. That's copyrighted, so his is always angry.
roll your attack. You are now large. As you jump down onto this thing, that's a hit.
2 main hands. Just 2 main hands.
Yeah.
Since I used the bonus to.
Correct. Both hit.
This poor creature's spine gets turned to dust.
Yeah, basically. Jesus. What was that?
I know, right?
Oh man, that's rough. That's rough.
I'm like, we ain't done yet.
Holy God. All right. So yeah, you land on this thing. You do 11 points of damage as you have staked and skewered its back. But you have now doubled in size as this Paraton is trying to keep you aloft and trying to keep itself aloft. All right. So
You ready for it then?
are you fucking action searching?
I totally am.
All right. All right. You action surge. More attacks.
I love this.
That's a hit. That's also a hit. There's a little better damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Digging into this thing just causing out, and I know it's not your offhand, but I just imagine you like with your 2 sabers like stabbing into it.
Chardolin?
Chardolin. Well, sabers. Chardolin sabers.
No, Chardolin. I'm effect.
Oh. Is your offhand Chardolin?
No, my main hand's Chardolin.
Your main hand. Okay, so I need to make shit. These are 4 main. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. It's got. Oh, and I actually. Okay, so I have something that I can do. That's a fail. Legendary resistance. That's a fail. Legendary resistance. That's a success. And that's a success. So I burnt through 2 of its legendary two out of 3 of its legendary resistances. It is not poisoned yet. But you are riding on top of it. Damn. All right. Urard. From down below, this Paraton that initially attacked you is coming back up and is going to attempt to gore your griffin again, which it is going to hit. And it is going to deal 10, 10, and 12. 32 points of damage to your griffin. As
Dex
this time
saving
it
throw.
hits. Because last time it missed, and it did not
I'm
like
assuming dex saving throw.
Yes, dexterity saving throw. For you and Marcus. Well, no, Marcus would still be wrapped.
I got a solid 5.
Okay, so you are thrown off of this thing.
Can I use my reaction to Misty escape back onto it?
Yes, you can.
All right, cool. I teleport back onto it with Misty escape.
Okay.
But I am now invisible.
Yeah, I like that. Because, yeah, normally that's when you take damage, but I'm going to say this is definitely going to count. Because I like this. I think that's so cool. All right. So those of you that are around, you watch as Urard is launched off of his griffin. And as if you are trying to keep an eye on him, you suddenly realize that he is gone. You do not see Urard anymore, and you do not see him on the back of the griffin. All right. So it is the griffin in the center who was initially Woo's. This one is now going to act on its own initiative, and it's going to go down and attack the monstrous Paraton. That's a 14 and a 7, so it's going to get a few points of damage in there. And we are on to the monstrous Paraton that is going to try and throw Arn off, and it is going to attempt that by about facing and flying into the griffin that is still up in the air from where Arn jumped off of. That's a 13 and a 10. Jesus Christ. 13.
Yes, my child.
All right, that's 13 points of damage to Arn's griffin. So now Arn.
Why is his orange? Why is his griffin orange?
It's not. It's Arn. You fucker. I'm moving him out of there because this monstrous griffin up here with Arn is now 30 feet above in the air, and Arn is still attached to his back. I think that's the one Yeah, this one. Gruff is on. All right. And this Paraton is likewise going to swoop back up and go after Ravenchuck. That is going to hit.
No. I can't take anymore. I'm probably going to fall off.
The Griffin is going to take 12 points of damage. That's not enough to trigger a knockoff, but your Griffin is bleeding profusely. And you can feel that its wings are starting to get slow, and it is starting to descend. It is your turn, Ravenchuck.
Great. Third level cure wounds on my Griffin.
Okay, go ahead and roll the dice.
Rookie.
Not bad.
21. That's actually really good. All right. So you heal this Griffin for 21 points. You see some of its wounds starting to seal up, the blood stopping pouring out of it, and you can see that some life comes back to it as its flapping becomes more powerful. And then you have your bonus action.
Yeah. A bonus action? What can I do with my bonus action?
Well,
What other bonus actions you got?
you have Beef Chuck Lightning Blast.
Well, ain't that like one of his own actions?
No.
You control animal companions on your turn.
For him to do Force Empowered Rend, that is his own thing. You have to use your bonus action to have him do his Lightning Blast.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Coolio?
What's the bonus to it? I don't see.
Oh, it is just it's just 2d8 plus 3. So just go ahead and roll that, and I'm gonna roll to see if this thing saves. Okay. Right. And I assume that you're going after P7, the one that keeps hitting you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he fails. He's gonna take all 10 points.
Yay.
All right. Flash of lightning streaks across the sky as you watch it illuminates this Paraton that is flying up and is starting to crest at its apex and starting to come down. You can see some of the feathers on it are scorched and charred.
Yay.
All right. So it is now Rahi's turn. And Rahi is going to fly his Griffin down, and he is going to take swings at this Paraton down at the bottom that dive bombed him. That's going to be one hit, and for 8 points of damage. Jared, it's one of your giant vultures.
Hell yeah.
What?
Alright. I guess I'll just have it fly up and attack P1.
Okay.
Does it get pack tactics this time or no? Because P1's technically further away from me.
It's further away. He's 30 feet up in the air.
Okay, that's fine. Flaccid 20.
Okay, that hits.
Pack tactics. I don't get
Yeah, but
advantage. We'll just take them both.
Don't you have 2 attacks?
Yeah. So the beak attack hits.
So that would be a 21 and a 13. So those are both gonna hit.
Yeah. Oh, they do? Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. 6, 7, 13 plus the 4.
So 17 points. All right. Cool. You're Rard. It is your turn. You are no longer
I lose
invisible.
my invisibility.
Yep.
I'm gonna try something different here. Only because I want one of these effects.
Okay.
So, Neoguri has this glorious thing called Magically Inspired, and the cantrip that I gave him was Card Throw.
Yes, it was.
So I'm gonna use my Eldritch Blast roll, which he gets a +2 because of the Ranger Professional and all that, so it's a +10 to hit, and he gets 2 of the cards.
Hold on 1 second.
Yes.
I just forgot the details of Card Throw.
Oh, it's just I roll a d6. That determines what type of damage it does. If I roll a 6, it's psychic damage, and they can become blind. Okay, that's the only reason why I want it.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna have him use Card Throw.
Okay.
Oh, and it's based off of my spell modifier.
Yep.
So, and with his Ranger Professional, it's +2 to all ranged attack rolls.
Yep. So
it'd be a +10.
Yep.
So the first one is a nat 20.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Second one is a 27.
Okay, so they're both gonna hit. So go ahead and roll the d6.
Roll 2d6. I got a 1 and a 6, so that is fire, I believe.
That is
and
fire, fire and psychic. So we'll say that the psychic hits. We'll say the psychic hits first.
All right, so it's 1d4 psychic damage. Which one are we going to argue is the nat 20?
I'll let you choose.
If I say it's the psychic damage, can they have disadvantage on the blind instead of the 1d4?
No.
All right, then I'll just have it be the 1d4 plus. I'll have it be the fire one. All right.
Okay. So it failed. It is blind.
Sweet. I'll just roll the 2d4s. Or it's I don't care whichever one you take, and you want to multiply with the +4.
That's fine.
Of my modifier.
Do that. So it's 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier. What's your spellcasting modifier?
4.
4. Okay. So it's gonna be 4, or it's 10 plus what? 11. 11 points of damage.
Yeah, because I honestly just wanted the blind.
Yeah. It that Paraton is currently blinded. So
sweet. Yeah, I've never used that yet since I got it, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to make it blind so it can stop swooping at me.
So yeah, P1 P1 is blind.
Sweet. Does that mean Albach gets advantage on attack rolls against P1 now?
It absolutely does.
All right, Albot, let's see how you're going to fail me this time with Bombard with your +3. First one is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Second one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Albot, all I need is advantage for you to do anything.
He doesn't like to be seen hitting creatures. All right, so you're going to roll 2d4 plus 2.
Yep. 5 plus 2, 7 piercing.
So with all of this, you know, there's this explosion of fire and psionic energy that overtake this Paraton as it reaches its apex. You can see that this flash is like causing its head to kind of roll a bit, and then from behind, two pellets hit this, causing tiny little explosions on its body that send the Paraton plummeting towards the earth.
Sweet. Is Marcus is on the Griffin now, right?
He is just on the back side of it.
Okay, I want to check one thing here.
No.
With Marcus. Has to be within 15 feet. And you said on our turns we can make the Griffins like dash, do whatever?
Yes.
No.
Can I just have the Griffin fly up to P3 to where Marcus is close enough for tail wrap?
Yeah.
Whether that requires dash, whichever it requires.
It does not, because Griffins have a fly speed of 80 feet.
Sweet.
So let me just...
And I'll have Marcus use tail wrap on P3.
Okay. That is the one. Yeah, that's the one that's 30 foot down that Rahi is fighting. So this will definitely aid him.
The target is now restrained.
Roll
I gotta make
attack.
Yeah. +4. Oh, Marcus.
Yeah, that is not gonna hit. So this his tail just so he unfurls his tail from around the Griffin that he was using to stabilize himself, and you can see that kind of like causes him to wobble a bit, sending his tail off wildly.
It's okay.
All right. It is
sabotaged him.
Yeah. So it is the Paraton that Wu is currently on. And Wu, as you are on this thing, you suddenly feel a bit of like a strong energy kind of overcome you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it against being poisoned?
It is not against being poisoned. Okay, so as this Paraton, this Paraton, as you land on it, you have these Chardolin sabers dug into its back. It is now starting to go up into the air, and it is spinning around in circles.
Opportunity attack?
It actually has flyby, so you cannot get an opportunity attack on it.
Isn't that when it attacks first, or no?
No, flyby means that it cannot be targeted with opportunity attacks.
Yeah, it literally means it can swoop in, attack, bail, but it can just move wherever and not get hit. With my 6 million flying snakes.
Arguably, if you had Polearm Master and like a Halberd, because Polearm Master allows you to get opportunity attacks when a creature enters your range, flyby is specifically worded: the Paraton doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So arguably, if you had Polearm Master, that would work.
Or the weird bullshit of Bugbear Reach.
Wait a second.
No, Bugbear, you only get it on your attacks.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, I actually had to double check something because I know Smith has Sentinel, but that's only if it uses the disengage action. This thing just has flyby. Okay, so you feel yourself, Wu, being kind of enveloped in a negative energy. And this thing is going to try and throw you off of it. So I need
you're getting Auror's depression.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I need you to make a dexterity or a strength saving throw to try and hold on.
Strength saving throw?
Yes, but you are gonna make this with a negative D4 penalty.
But I get advantage.
How do you have advantage on a strength save? Oh, because you're large. Yep,
I'm large.
that is true. I will give you the heads up. The DC for this is 22.
So roll a 26 or better.
Yeah, no.
Poofa. Okay. Yeah. So you are spiraling upwards. As
Do I take damage?
No, you are not going to take damage. But as you are spiraling upwards, you feel yourself losing your grip on your saber that is stabbed into this thing. And you are thrown off 15 feet away from it. You are currently, this thing flew up 120 feet into the air. And you were thrown off 15 feet away from it. And your Chardolin saber is still stabbed into its back.
I'll have a vulture dash to pick you up.
So how far I'm 10 feet away from it?
You are 15, you should have been 15 feet away from it. 5, 10, 15. Yes. So you are 15 feet away from it. And you are about what would you have been? 30, 90 feet above everybody else, basically.
No, that's fine. I got this.
Okay.
I'm good.
Slagru, you just watched as the Periton that Smith was attacking in front of you and that Groth was aiding you guys 30 feet above, that Wu had just come down onto and stabbed into, just flew up like a corkscrew, sending Wu flying off, and is now about 120 feet above you, in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I know the range of your weapon. I know what you're gonna do. But that's the thing. I know the range of your weapon. You need to be within 100 feet to not have the long distance penalty. And you are 120 feet away from this thing.
Okay. So that would be M2, right?
Correct. Now, there are plenty of other Peritons still around you. There are still 3 more, and there is also likewise the one that Arn has stabbed into, that he is basically riding around, and he is only about like 60 feet to the north of you.
I think I'm going to shoot at P2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I have to P2 now that I think about it.
I have to P2.
I've had to.
I'll see you guys in a bit.
I've had to P2 for a while.
Hashtag P2, guys.
Oh my god. A 13 is going to miss. But you would have advantage because I imagine you're taking steady aim.
Yeah, okay. I'm good at, because I was like, oh shoot, I didn't mention that, and it's like, okay, we're just assuming.
Yeah. I will assume that you will. Can also make your life easier and just right click that +8 and roll with advantage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that is gonna miss, unfortunately. As your laser rifle shoots past it just barely into the night sky.
Yeah. No, what?
After putting a hole in one of the larger ones,
and completely disintegrating another. Oh man. All right. So it is Arn's turn. He is going to make an attack into the one that he is riding. It's a soft 20 and a 12, so that's going to be 1 hit. All right. So you guys watch as Arn lifts up his great axe out of the back of this Periton and sends it down into its spine. As it does, you see its wings droop and its body begins to fall. And Arn kind of spreads his arms wide as you realize the clothing he's wearing, these loose robes that he has, are actually locked around his ankles into what appears to be almost like a wingsuit.
That's so cool.
These guys are specialized aerial combatants. Jared, it is one of your giant vultures.
Hell yeah. Seeing that Wu got thrown off, can I have it fly up to save him?
I mean, you can. It has 60-foot fly speed. Well, actually, it would have to dash, but I will say that it can reach him.
Okay, I'll have it dash and go pick up Wu, and he can now control it after it's done. All that fun stuff.
So, Wu, as you were thrown off of this thing, the world kind of spinning around you for a few seconds, all of a sudden you feel yourself being softly caught by a pad of wings as you see one of Urard's giant vultures underneath you.
I really hate my fucking internet.
Why?
My internet sucks.
I know we've had that conversation in the past, but what's happening now?
All I heard was I got hit by a pad of feathers.
Oh, no. You were caught. Urard's giant vulture has caught you.
Okay, like out of the whole thing, like I heard that Slagru shot missed.
Yeah.
And then feathers. I'm like, okay.
All right. So it is now the Periton's turn that is down fighting the other giant vulture. It is going to take its opportunity to attack the giant vulture.
Oh, no!
Where's M1 at? Is M1 still around, or is M1, like, gone?
M1's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that, too.
Yep, M1. Yeah, so Arn basically took his great axe, lifted it out, cut down into the thing's spinal column, like right where its neck is, killing it and dropping it. And then Arn's clothing, his like loose robes and stuff, which were unknowingly attached to his ankles, kind of puff out into a bit of a wingsuit as he's slowly starting to fall.
You think that's the coolest thing ever.
That's what Everard said too.
Remind me, Wu wants to talk to him about making something like that for him.
Okay. All right. So Urard, your giant vulture, is dead as the Periton is going to attack it, and then it is going.
That was I4, correct?
That was I4, correct.
Okay.
And then it is going to fly as close as it can get to the M2, which is only about halfway up to it. It is now the Periton that has been attacking Rahi this whole time. And that Periton is going to do what it has been doing and try to get Rahi off of there, but only going to succeed in one attack. Not enough to knock him, but is now 30 feet down below him again. And we are back to Smith. Smith, you are in control of the Griffin. You have watched M2 launch Wu away from you, and the Periton that was just on the other side of him is now going after that one, kind of like in a rallying action.
Can I go next to P2 and B7? Are they close enough that I could cleave, theoretically, if I were to finish off P2?
Sure.
Okay. P2 is bloodied, right?
P2 is bloodied.
Okay.
Yeah, because P7 was up higher, and so is P7, so they're kind of actually evened out right now.
At 20.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
At 20. Hey.
Peanut.
Nice, 22. All right.
Alright.
So that first attack is going to be what? That's also your divine fury, right? Yeah. So we're looking at 22 plus 18. So that's going to be 40 points of damage, and that is going to go into both of them, which is more than enough to kill both of them.
Nice.
And so because the Griffins actually have an 80-foot flying speed, I would say you have enough to get a little bit closer to M2, but you would not be able to reach it unless you had unless you had your Griffin dash, at which point you could reach M2 and get your second attack in on it.
How close can I get?
You
Can
can
I move any further?
as you can, as long as you have your Griffin dash, you would be able to reach M2.
7-2 bloody.
M2 is bloodied.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, go ahead and roll that second attack. That hits. Roll the damage. All right. Okay. 14. Nice.
16.
Oh, 16. Yes. All right. So, Groff, you watched as Smith on the back of this Griffin rode up next to two Paratons, cleaving through both of them, continuing to ride up, spurring on the Griffin, and taking a swing into the one that just threw Woo off. What would you like to do? Justin.
I think he said he'd be right back again.
Oh, he did. Oh, I see that now. Ooh, let me ping him. You know, I love that.
I'll go while he's not here. Since I'm after him.
Wait, Lucas, what did you say?
I was going to say, yes, Aaron, we will do that. You will go, and then Groff can go. I was gonna say, I love how the Rime of the Frostmaiden chat is like for today's session is like me giving you guys the details of the Griffin and explaining how mounted combat worked, and then giving names to the 7 Griffins, and then it's BRB, 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 back, had to take a shit, also back, BRB again. It's like, if that isn't D&D, I don't know what it is. Like, hold on, I gotta go.
I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time.
You're jumping down onto M2?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because if I wouldn't have had the vulture come get me,
Yeah.
I was going to use burning hands.
Oh, that would have been sick.
I mean, can't you still just lean off of the vulture and still use burning hands?
But then he would
you were going to use burning hands to fly down onto it.
He would be using burning hands to like control his flight.
You would be Bakugo from My Hero.
That's fucking cool. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this. For what that is worth.
Off of the vulture and use that to fly down.
I'm gonna give you inspiration just for having that thought. even though that situation now is not going to happen, I fucking love that idea.
Well, that's not true because the vulture can't move anymore. It used all of its movement.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Aaron still needs to jump.
Let's
off
fucking
the vulture
see this.
Burning hands down.
I want to see this. All right. So that's what you're doing. So here's what we're gonna say. You are
jump burning hands.
Yeah, like backwards.
Straight torpedo into him.
Yes. Okay. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna roll the damage for burning hands. So you're gonna roll 3d6. I am going to have the Paraton make a dex save.
I love this.
Okay, so this thing basically spins, launching you off of it. All of a sudden, from behind, one of the other Paratons is trying to rally with it, and then all of a sudden, Smith comes up on the back of a Griffin, cleaving through two Paratons, and then getting one solid hit into this. As its attention is paid back to the Goliath, hitting it with a great axe, it is suddenly hearing the sound of jet engines roaring towards it, as a large armored human is torpedoing towards it with a burst of flame behind it, as you hit it for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So that is definitely going to be your action. So that is so fucking cool, though. Shit, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
So I got a question.
Yes.
I have a bonus action.
Okay.
Since I used a spell, I cannot use my sword as my bonus.
Correct. You cannot use your weapon unless you are an Eldritch Knight.
Gotcha.
I love that so much.
What can
Still give him
I
that
do?
inspiration.
Can I do kind of a grapple or just do a like hold on to it? So if it does that again, I have something as a bonus.
Yeah, I'll say that you can grab onto it. Like that is like,
can I re-grab onto my sword that's still impaled into it?
Oh, sure. Totally. Yeah. You have the sword in your hand. It's like what you grabbed onto, basically.
Okay.
That's so cool. No, such a cool thing. Yeah, like I said, make sure you give yourself inspiration. That was such a cool thing to do.
Okay. I was gonna say, can I do sleight of hand of something?
What do you want to do, sleight of hand?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Next turn, I'll see if I can do a sleight of hand of chopping off its one of its horns.
Oh, okay.
Souvenir.
Sure. Yeah.
Or depending if I kill it.
You know what?
Dies.
Here's what I will say. If you want to like try and break off one of its horns now, as your bonus action, I will let you try and make that attempt.
Okay.
Cool.
As sleight of hand, or
we'll say that this is going to be sleight of hand strength. So it's, well, your dexterity is actually higher. Yeah, just sleight of hand,
which I have advantage on.
He just pops it out like some kind of
yeah. Yeah. So here's what I'll say. As part of you flying down at this thing, you are trying to grab onto it as best you can. So you grab onto the horns with one hand and the sword with the other, and you yank with that other hand, and you tear its antler off. That's cool as fuck. All right, Justin, are you back?
God damn it.
All right, let me give him a ring. He did say to give him a ring in case he wasn't back.
Here I had a Wilhelm scream rain.
Yeah. He's not answering.
You know, now I wish I had somebody that would knew how to do illustration and cartooning, and could do our D&D sessions and shit.
Yeah, that would be sick. That scene, oh,
sorry.
No, I was gonna say that scene would be great. All right,
Lucas just needs to get Lucas just needs to get bigger on Twitch so we can go ahead and have fan art.
There you go. There you go.
Fan art of here's what happens when you fail the throw, and it's me just falling into the ocean. Here's what happens when you succeed, and it's Woo just flying through the air like Bakugo.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do with ChatGPT later.
I need you to do a dex.
Yeah.
Dex save. I'm not even in the cave. Oh.
Yeah. Well, you are now. All right. I don't know where Dustin is. We're just gonna have him dodge. So, yeah, we'll just have him dodge. All right. It is this Griffin's turn, and it is going to come over here and attempt to attack this Paraton, which I think that is going to hit with the beak. Deals 5 damage. That is Ravenchuck's. Ravenchuck, it is your turn. You just watched this awesome display of Woo burning hands through the sky, grabbing onto the giant monstrous Paraton, ripping off one of its antlers, and now standing on its back.
How good is my griffin looking?
Your griffin is, it's bloodied, but it is 23 out of 59. But so it's serviceable.
Do we have to kill the vultures too?
Sorry, what about the vultures?
Do we have to kill them? Or are they
no, those are allies.
No, they're my vultures.
Okay.
Technically, the only enemies that you have right now is M2, the monstrous Paraton that Woo is currently riding, and this smaller Paraton that Rahi is fighting.
Okay.
The one that Woo is riding again.
Guess I'll just firebolt M2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Kid you, you're my favorite.
Wow.
Too. Hey, inspiration, bud.
That is inspiration, though.
Yeah. I suck at it.
But you do have.
I'm gonna just say this one thing real quick.
Sure, what's up?
3 games, and I have 3 separate games in Baldur's Gates. In Baldur's Gates 3 right now.
Only 3?
Yeah, and I'm like, one of them I'm like 12 hours into. One of them I'm like 4. I just started a new one. I have not rolled a single nat 20 at all.
It's fun when it happens.
I have 4 solo playthroughs, 3 with my wife, 3 with my wife and her cousin Michael, 2 with, and like 3 with between Lucas and Justin.
Yep.
I have so many campaigns.
I have at least 8 or 9. Yeah, Aaron too.
And me and my dad. But then I want to play one with like Venom and Tom and Smith, but they don't ever want to play it. Smith just wants to play Soul Calibur or Rocket League.
Arguably,
or
Soul Calibur is awesome.
I mean, it is. I played it last night with him, and after 6 matches,
did he beat your ass? Because Smith is upsettingly good at Soul Calibur.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I told him that he is not allowed to hop off until I beat him. And after 6 games, I finally.
I was going to say, and then 3 hours later, playing fighting games against Smith and Kavarda back in the day was miserable. It was fun.
Let me tell you, Kavarda was so pissed at me because I was able to beat him at Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. And he said, that was my game. I was able to wipe the table with everyone.
He always played his guy. That was his go-to, was Guy Sensei.
I've never been any good at them.
The power of youth compels you.
Yeah, the power of youth.
I beat him using Toby and Great Plain Minefield Jutsu.
And I'm very patient, and I just block a lot and then come back. And I played Dead or Alive with Smith, and I was blocking this time, and I would think I might have hit him like once or twice.
Jesus.
Never once won.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Smith is just too good at fighting games.
Hey, Justin's back, by the way.
Hey, Justin, welcome back.
Oh, hey.
Sorry, Levi is his molars are coming in, and he is just miserable.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
You You missed the coolest scene in D&D history.
You did miss an interesting scene. Very cool.
Doubt it.
So
Wu jumped off of the giant vulture and used burning hands to Bakugo his way back onto the monster.
No,
Yeah.
I've seen cooler.
it was pretty sick. All right. Well, since it was only just that we skipped your turn, I will and nothing has attacked you, I will let you make your turn as if you had readied an action.
I'm ready to kill the monster.
So this is going to let you make one attack.
Which is 2 attacks.
Well, which is only one attack because it's your reaction. So, because I did give you the dodge action. So, but we'll
That
say
seems
that
like your fault.
say that you ready. Well, sir, I even tried calling you when you said earlier
you
before.
did.
It's like, hey, just call me.
Nah,
But yeah,
you're good.
yeah, you'll get one attack. So go ahead and make it count.
21.
That hits. Roll the damage.
All right. That's a shame. Wu takes 6 damage.
Wu takes 6 damage.
We'll open some up for you so you can hit him.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, who am I even shooting?
I imagine that you are shooting the one that Wu is currently riding.
That seemed. Was he riding the enemy?
He is.
Oh yeah, then yes, that
Cool.
sounds fair. I consent.
All right.
But do you, though?
Rahi is going to make
Yes.
his 2 attacks. And that is going to be... So Rahi kills the one Paraton that is directly in front of him. Jared, it is your giant vulture's turn.
Hell yeah, giant vulture. I bet you'll never guess what it's going to do.
It is going to fly over to M2 and attack.
Nope, it's gonna kill G2.
Why?
Yeah, it's gonna go to M2.
Fuck!
Because it's something you would have never guessed it would have done.
That's very true. Holy shit. I was like, what? I was like, I know their icons are red, but they're not enemies. Holy shit. Fucking made my heart pound. I thought you were about to go rogue.
No, I'm a warlock.
It's like, look, if the chieftain dies, we can supplant our own.
Smith is the new chieftain.
Yeah. Smith takes over the Akhenafi clan.
All right, now he gets pack tactics.
Well, that is true.
Well, don't worry, that one I don't think hit because that's only a 9.
That is, well, that's that's a 9, yeah.
Second one is a 16.
16, that hits.
All right, so he just gets hit with talons.
Arguably
86
the better
plus
attack.
2. Hey, that's 14 damage. I rolled
Damn.
max.
That's fucking good. All right, Gerard, it is your turn.
Is M2 the only
It's
enemy?
the only enemy left.
All right, I guess I'll use good old Eldritch Blast through Neoguri so I get the +10 to roll.
Smart. Bank on the accuracy.
All right, let's see here. Well, that one is a 12.
That is going to miss.
That one is a 17.
That is going to hit.
Hell yeah. 7 force damage.
All right. So from below you, Woo, this monstrous Paraton is just being assailed at this point as you suddenly feel you see Gerard shoot 2 Eldritch blasts at it, one going wide and one hitting, and as soon as that blast hit, you feel its weight kind of drop out from underneath you. As soon as that happens, you see from behind one of the griffins fly under and catch you as the other griffin goes over and catches Arn from falling as well.
Sweet.
And with that, combat is over, and you guys have survived.
For now.
Yay! And my giant vultures are still around.
You still have two
an
giant
hour.
vultures. That's right.
They're just gonna kind of fly along with us.
Yeah.
Because I can't really summon the owl until we're on the ground, and I can animate him again. Because I don't think I can pluck the bones in the sky.
Yeah, no. All right. So, as you guys kind of orient yourselves, you get yourselves back into flying position. You see Arn and Rahi kind of voicing to one another. And Arn says, "This doesn't make sense. They never hunt in packs. Paratons only hunt in solo or pairs. There is something very wrong with what just happened." Rahi, he nods in agreement. He says, "Yes, it's quite strange seeing more than two of them at any time, let alone that many. But I've never seen a Paraton as big as those two. It doesn't feel right. There feels something wrong about it." But we must press on. We will continue to Wormdoom Crag. We should reach there as quickly as possible, should anything else befall us. And with that, you continue forward until eventually reaching the footsteps of Wormdoom Crag. I gotta move her back into there. And move you all. As you land, there are Goliaths waiting there at the front. And you see that they take acknowledgement of who you are traveling with, as you see Ogalai standing at the entrance of the cave, and as she looks down wearing her white cloak, she has in her hand a goat ball. And she says, "It's been a long time, Arn. You ready to settle the score?" And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
No. Okay, because I've been like falling asleep.
I have been needing to piss since like 7:30.
All I can imagine in the far off future is when the tribes are telling the tales of how they came together. It's just going to be like, yeah, we took to the sky. It was a brutal battle. This child just started summoning vultures.
Yeah.
And a child took ravens up the mountains.
Fucking hell. That was great. Thanks to those.
It's gonna be a horrible omen now.
Thanks to those who are watching at home. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh no.